all you lovely people roll initiative.
13.
Alrighty. Those.
Because I rolled an
Sorry.
average 10.
There's
Got a
nothing
10.
average about you.
Her friend is pretty average.
Oh.
Whoops.
No, my friend's a dragon.
Oh, that's true. That's right. See,
That's true.
I'm an
Hey,
average, but I'm an
you know
average
that because
dragon.
you know that because he told you that, and dragons can't lie. So
That's right.
And
in this
then
book.
Tony, did you roll initiative?
I rolled a whole 10. I rolled a 7
Alright.
plus a 3.
Oh, you're using physical dice. Here we go.
No, it was up there. It was
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't have you toggled yet.
Yeah. Let's see what the physical dice would have given me. A dirty 20,
Alrighty.
but a 10. A 10.
Yeah, use your real
Okie
dice,
dokie.
Cap. Don't trust the digital dice.
There we go.
One.
Combat music.
Ooh, here we go. That one right there.
All of them.
Alrighty.
All
It
at
looks
once.
like Snoke is first.
I rolled a 722 for initiative.
So I'm up first. Interesting.
I like the idea that there originally was only going to be one mimic, and then I added another one from
Yeah.
my redemption.
So you think.
So is
There's
anything
three. There's
happening
There's actually
before?
3. You haven't found it yet.
I was gonna say
Is anything happening before I get to take my turn, or
Nope, it's your turn.
both of
okay?
the dummies. Both of the dummies are actually scarecrow mimics.
That hurt.
Yeah.
I forget. Do I have extra attack? How do I
Fifth,
find out?
fifth level, you should. It
I
should be
should.
under your attack. Yeah. Or it should be under action. It said when you take the attack action, you can attack twice.
You're assuming that I know where to look for that.
That's fair.
Right now,
I
I don't know where to find my actions. I did all of that by looking in my inventory and clicking on things.
there you go.
Actions.
I have.
Where do I find those? Oh, is
You
it
do not. It does not appear you have extra attack.
is a rogue really?
Oh
No,
no,
rogues
rogues
have
don't
sneak
get extra
attack.
attack. Your sneak attack increases as you level up. That's how you
Ah,
increase your damage.
Bang that damage out.
okie dokie then. In that case, oh, fun. Apparently, rapier has a feature that I didn't know existed.
Oh, that must be the 2024 stuff.
Really?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's got. Is it?
It's
It's not
fine.
Vex, is it?
It's Vex.
Oh, is it okay?
You can ignore that if you want.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I get advantage on attack rolls anyways because I'm going before them.
Yep.
Assassinate, baby.
Yeah, that's it.
And technically, I get to use my sneak attack because it's you get sneak attack dice on anything you have advantage on.
Yes,
So I'm just gonna step up here, and that hurt. I'm gonna stab it. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Okay. It doesn't like me doing that with advantage. Does a
Yeah, that
26
hits.
hit? All right.
Yep, just a bit.
And that'll be normal dabblage. All right.
Sneaky attack.
Plus my sneaks. Deal an
think it's
extra
3d6.
D6. Once per turn, you can deal an extra D6.
I think it's 3d6 at level 5, isn't it?
Should be.
It does say 3d6, yeah.
Yep.
There's slashing. So that's going to be 17,
Shoot.
which lowering its speed by again. It's not stacking, but you know, just keeping it up. And then I'm going to cunning action disengage and step back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 since I stepped forward 5 feet.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. Get him!
I like it. Oh, we do have rulers. Cool.
Scarlett can go.
Awesome. Okay.
See?
So, let's see here.
It just
She's going to. Well, she's going to bonus action rage.
Ooh. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Right?
Okay.
someone just hit the person that she's with, or something just hit the person she's with. She's not happy about it.
I don't think this is at all canon, but I immediately, coupling rage with the fact that you said she has the mentality of a 10-year-old, I immediately imagined a toddler in a grocery store throwing a tantrum.
Yeah, pretty much.
The little girl from
So-
Zoom.
I get +2 melee damage with strength weapons. Okay, awesome. So she is going to step forward and hit this one with her longsword.
Alrighty.
So that is a 16 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, so D6s. Okay, 2d6. 6. So 13 points of damage on the first swing.
Alrighty.
And then oh, that's definitely going to hit because that was an 18 on the die. So, yeah. 18 plus 8 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Just a bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And that is 16 points of damage with the second hit.
Ooh.
Boom.
Okay.
Oops. And that the altar's looking a bit rough.
Okay.
Alrighty. We've had one
Is
attack.
that
but
it?
What about second attack?
Yep, because I use my bonus action to rage, so
Oh,
I'm not gonna move
yep.
or anything. So yep, that is my rage attack.
No, bad altar.
Yeah.
All right. And what did your Stokes attack do? It slowed it by
10
5 feet? 10 feet. Oof.
Yeah.
But this guy, he goes up there because that's all he can do, and he's going to part of the weird chest-like body opens up, and a kind of a weird elongated arm reaches out to smack at you.
No. That's a bad chest. No.
Here we go. And Ataki. 16.
Question mark. Ooh.
No, sorry, my
16 will
AC is
not
higher
hit.
than a question mark.
Alrighty.
It's an infinity symbol.
So that does not happen. And then we go next is Tony's turn.
Oh, that's me. Oh, okay. All right. Well then, I suppose in this case, do we have flanking by any chance?
Absolutely.
Excellent. So since that little dum dum came out of that corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a good location to get into. So I have a feature called Draconic Cry that only works on creatures that can hear. So should I roll some sort of investigation thing? I assume this would be an action if I were to like try to figure out, can these things hear me?
They can hear you.
Oh,
Can they
excellent.
understand?
Well, they don't need to, because as he's getting into position, he saw this thing like lash out at Scarlett, and his there's a little curl of smoke as he's like clearing his throat. He's a little 3 foot too. Sorry, hang on a second. He gets in right behind them, and everything within 10 feet, he roars. And I love the idea that it's like the Simba from the beginning of The Lion King, where he's like. But it's the one where Simba starts doing it, but Mufasa roars, and you just hear Tony's actual draconic ancestor come out of his mouth when he roars at these two things. And so all of us now have advantage on both of them until the end of my next turn. For my bonus.
I like it.
action. So now I will. I don't think I want to punch the mimic. That feels acidically bad. So I'm gonna hit it with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
So that is a +7. That's the 15.
That hits.
Oh, excellent. And that's gonna be. He has the shield, so it's 1d6 + 4. I'll roll your dice. So 7 damage on the first one, and an 18 to hit on the second one.
That hits.
I didn't roll with advantage on either of those.
Roll it. Roll.
Okay.
Okay. You can roll again for the first hit. Okay.
Okay. So they both hit and both normal.
Yep.
7 and a glorious 1 on the die for 5 on the second hit.
12.
And that'll be my turn.
The chest is looking pretty rough too.
Good.
So the altar, having been thoroughly whacked by Scarlett, is going to go bitey on her. And that's a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
And that's 7 damage.
Okay. What kind of damage is it?
So 2 of it is acid and 5 of it is piercing.
Okay.
So the piercing,
Is halved.
Yeah. So 3, and so a total of 5 damage.
Okay. Got it.
Alrighty. And that's it for that guy. He's kind of stuck. And it's back to Snoke.
All right. Snoke is gonna just drop his rapier on the ground, and he's gonna pull out his short bow,
Okay.
and he's gonna fire at the altar.
Okay.
What advantage?
Yup.
Woo!
That hits.
9 damage with sneak attack, making that another 8, making that 18.
All right. Hey, he's not looking happy.
Good. We just wanted to ask you some questions about your altar's extended warranty.
Do you have time to talk to me about our Lord and Savior, dragons looking like kobolds?
That sounds
Our Lord
crazy.
and Savior, goth chicks and fishnets.
Yeah, that too. Is that
How do I
that
become a
it for your turn?
That's it for my turn.
All right.
I'm a warlock of that patroness.
Scarlett, your go.
Okay. So she is going to attack the one right in front of her. First swing. That's an 18 to hit. With advantage, I did roll twice. That's 2d6. Keep forgetting. New sword, who dis?
Sorry.
11 points of damage.
Which one was that on again?
The one right in front of her.
Okay, the altar.
Mhm.
How many? 11?
11.
All right. You see that it kind of loses its shape and turns into a kind of a brown-gray puddle on the ground.
Ugh. Okay.
Good job. Excellent work.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And then I will hit the second one then. $22 to hit. Mash.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
And that's 12 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And
It's not down, but it's not happy.
that's all I can do.
Alrighty. Alright. This guy has been thoroughly whacked on both sides, so he's... That last hit really hurt, so it's going to try to bite Scarlett again. Well, let's not attack with the dead one.
The dead one makes a death throw.
And 7 does not hit.
Nope, not even close.
I need the 3 of you to roll me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
Oh, I got a +1 to that. I'm focused.
22.
Woo!
Her spidey senses are on. She's like in the midst of combat and just doesn't see through the walls. It's fine.
ADHD Barbarian.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Correct.
And Stoke, did you roll?
Eva?
I'm sorry, what? I didn't.
Did you
I
roll
didn't hear anything.
a perception check?
Ah! I was wondering why I didn't hear anything for a second. Yeleda. No. No, I do not perceive
So-
what you want me to perceive.
Well, I don't particularly want you to perceive it, but
Ah,
Scarlett,
yeah.
after
Scarlett, yes.
waylaying, she kind of does a glance around the room, and she notices that this particular dummy has shifted closer
Oh,
to Stoke.
Does she want to say something?
Can I?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Then, which one did you say it was?
this dummy.
Okay.
No, I'm the dummy.
Snoke,
We're getting raided again.
one of
Oh
those,
shit!
one of those things that you like beat up moved. Thank you for the raid.
One of the things that I beat. Oh fuck!
She's like, she doesn't know what it is, so she can tell people hit it, but like that wooden thingy with the arms and the wood.
Yes. The jump scare mannequin.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a,
Hmm.
a hairless
Correct.
bipedal. Behold, a man.
Is the tree?
Oh, so we move on to
Tony.
Tony. It's your go.
Oh, me? Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Well, this one just tried to take a bite of my friend here. And that's unacceptable. So I'm gonna have to give it the wacky whack. And this time I'll have to remember. Wait, so it's a +7, I believe. Yes, +7. And I'll have to remember I can do a thing.
Do the
And
roar.
advantage. Advantage. Hey, 21.
Yeah, it hits.
And so that's going to be 1d6 plus 4. I can roll that here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum. 8. And even if it does finish the job, but I kind of hope it doesn't, because I forgot, as a Zealot Barbarian, I have Divine Fury, and I can drop an extra 1d6 plus 2 radiant damage because you tried to bite my friend.
All right, so it doesn't matter what you roll on that one, because it was holding on by 1 hit point after the hit.
Amazing.
He had 9 left.
Hey, I just finished I just cleaned up the rest of it. You did all the work. I just finished this one.
All right.
And okay,
Is
so,
that
so that one's dead, and that's only my first attack then. So then I
Ooh.
can. I should have enough movement to get there.
15?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And I don't have advantage on this one. That's a regular attack. Oh! How did I roll a 7? Is that? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a d20. 15. There we go.
That does hit.
And that's much better than a 7, which was technically impossible. And that's 1d6 plus 4. So that's 7 points on that one.
All righty.
And that's my turn. This one, I love the idea that he would have run up to the wrong one and hit the wrong one.
I don't know how I added that little dot there, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
What little dot?
The one on Tony.
Oh,
Yeah, the one underneath Tony.
Oh, is there
I
one
was
of them?
trying to measure, and all of a sudden it did that, and I was like, wait, no.
Oh, no. So what you did was that is your measurement. If you click on it again, it should go away.
It's not.
Oh, well, in that case, you fucked it up!
It is. So you want me to hit this dummy, right?
You done messed
So
up,
it is
Aaron.
Snoke's go.
It is Snoke's go. Snoke is gonna pick his rapier back up and jump in and slash at this thing. I got weird looks from the wife as she closed the door. Is this thing going after? Well, it doesn't matter. I've got someone within 5 feet of it. Advantage. Cool.
Yep.
Damage. Normal. I'm assuming.
Yep.
And
Another 7.
sneak attack. Damage. Rolled.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well played.
You know, I could bonus action disengage.
You could.
I'm gonna reach down into my and grab my ankle dagger and do an offhand hit with it, which is like I think that's you can do that as a bonus action. You just can't add your proficiency or anything.
You can add proficiency, but you can't add your strength or dex to it. The ability score. So you're
Just
still
a
proficient
flat
with the
1d4.
weapon. You're just not. You're offhanded basically.
Okay, how do I do that in
If you
Attack.
roll,
offhand? Cool, it gives me that option,
there you go.
but I still get advantage because
Yep.
it. Does
Yeah,
that hit?
hits.
All right. Normal damage?
One.
Damn right. Poked it in its eye.
I was gonna say
Be
it
a
could
little
be worse, but well,
Gives it a little squeak.
I gave it a prick.
hey, that's my job.
Yeah, but you're not here. Someone's got to do it for you.
Alrighty. Is
We
that
got
it?
to
for you?
remind them of the little prick.
Well, usually they call me the little prick.
It is the practice
Dummy.
dummy's turn. So this guy is going to reach out and give one of the little small log arms is going to turn into this tentacle type thing and give you a hit. Stoke.
Okie doke.
Oh,
18 hit.
Yeah, 18 hits. How much
Sound
damage?
disappointed, cat.
7 damage.
Okay, half that.
Okay.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay.
So, it's... It says half. I'll round it up.
Yeah.
So that's
oh
good.
yeah, Neo was a
Or-
rogue. That's right, because he did the.
It is then Scarlett's go.
Okay. Well, she is gonna run over here. Oop. What did I do? Can I not pick her up now?
I'm just over here screaming, just like, why does Gundahar have so many mimics in his dojo?
There we go.
Sometimes you just gotta fight the furniture.
Run over there. And
I wish that didn't make so much sense.
Right. Honestly, get fighting mimics.
20,
You know. Go ahead, sorry.
26 to hit. What were you gonna say?
That hits.
Honestly, it makes sense because, like, if you don't know, like, what's going to attack you and what's not, it keeps you on your toes. Like, it actually trains you to be really aware of your environment and whatnot.
14
I love.
points of damage on the first.
Okay.
I'd love they'd be having a tactical conversation about this. Like, no, I kind of understand the logic. Like, if you don't know if your desk is just gonna like try to bite you in the legs, you're gonna be, you gotta be on your toes.
24 to hit on the second attack.
Yep.
And that is Math. 16 points of damage.
And that guy's dead too.
And he wouldn't probably make the mimics public
She-
knowledge because keeping those cards close to his chest, but that pales in comparison to what could it be around the corner. But we can table that matter for now.
Kind of like that also.
So
No,
when she
nice.
hits with that final hit, because her sword, she's got the weighted sword, she starts from the top and just splits it all the way down to the floor. And just.
Yeah.
cuts
So
in half.
now that we know there's danger here, who wants
But
to
it
go
was.
upstairs with me and see if there's a corpse?
There was danger here.
Well,
Scarlett just raises her hand.
awesome. Let's go.
All right.
See, when someone asks if they want to go upstairs with me, I double check they have protection first.
I got my sword on me. I'm always
I
protected.
was just gonna say, so a dagger.
Thank you, thank you.
I am
All
the
I'm-
protection.
All I'm thinking of is that scene from Face Off where
Wait,
John
no!
Travolta's like, "You have protection," and she's like, "Yeah, I use condoms," and he's like, "No," and he pulls out the butterfly dagger.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. She said, "I am the protection." Does that mean that she, whenever Ptony is trying to take someone to bed, she goes with you because she's your protection?
No, she's the cock block. She prevents it from
The same
happening at
thing.
all.
Hey, there's no contraception like no.
Exactly. She's a believer in abstinence only.
Now, what you need to do is you need to get a cube-shaped chicken.
A cube shape.
a cock
Chicken.
Yeah,
block.
so you can have a cock block.
Right. Mhm.
It's a six-sided.
It's a six-sided rooster.
Yep.
It's just a chicken from Minecraft. It's fine.
Yep.
Minus
I
the
tried
top
to-
head.
I tried to
A little
make
bit-
these things called chicken nuggets, but the people said that they looked unsettling.
What I'm hearing, Himbro, is you need to make rooster D6.
Yes, yes. Though I will say that Try's favorite companion is a chicken he got that he put a little necktie onto. It's his hentai.
Oh,
One second, I'll be right back.
I'll save this for
Lord.
after, but slight sidetrack. I'll save it for after.
No, okay. Is it? Does
Well, I
his
mean,
now,
our
is his
DM did just walk away.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
true. Is
oh,
this
okay.
is the hentai actually a mimic that has 10 tickles?
No, the hentai is a it's a chicken made out of neckties.
Somewhere I can feel Nerdy is just cringing.
Nerdy's probably watching.
No, I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
sure
I know.
I'm pretty sure
Nah,
the
she's
moment
probably
I was gonna be part of the stream, she chose not to watch it.
You and Cap together is a problem.
Oh, we need to get Kami in here too.
Yeah.
If,
If
Himbo,
well, so go ahead.
the thought that I had was, have you ever seen Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yeah, of course.
You need to make a D12 that has the different token signs on each side.
I've considered that as well. The problem is that's a whole mold on itself.
I mean, true, but it's a D12, which you should
Also-
already have a mold for.
Well, here's the thing. The way I would want to do that is I would want to have it actually where those symbols are in the die itself, like where you would ink it for numbers.
Yeah.
Which is the difficult part because you have to take a model of a blank D12 and then apply those shapes to it, print out that model, and make a new mold.
Yeah.
It's
So
not easy.
You need that. You need that to be a bestseller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
hey,
Nerdy apparently has thrown around the idea for a little bit of a story, a little bit of a mini campaign that is literally all built around puns, and it's going to be the DM's punishment, and she is literally going to pick pun-slinging gamesters.
If I'm not invited,
had-
I will be
Alright.
severely disappointed.
I am
Right.
only good at riffing off of other people. I can't. I would love to volunteer, but I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not up to the challenge.
So when somebody owes Gundahar money, there's this one guy named Joseph, and Gundahar goes up to him and he's like, "Where's my dough, Joe?"
Oh
Unfortunately for me, I'm
Only
not
if you
very
listen to the
funny.
dog.
That's okay. I'm not punny either. I get like one every like 4 to 6 months. So
Mhm. 4 to 6 business months.
yeah.
Usually I have to set up my own puns.
They're season. Yeah, right. They're seasonal. You get one. You get one in the winter, one in the summer. One in... Oh,
My
I'll always
sense
set
of
up my
humor
own
comes
puns.
from dry humor. That's about it.
I'm just feeling like people missed my best pun of the stream. We were talking about the coins under copper, the wooden nickel. I said a hay penny.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah. Everyone did, and I'm very upset because this is my best pun.
Oh.
I did not hear "Hey Penny" ever. Goddamn.
Same. Sorry.
Alrighty. So you guys head
Alright,
up
so-
up the stairs.
Yeah.
We beat up his furniture, and his altar. We're gonna
Scarlett's
have
got
to
wait.
Tony under her arm like a football.
I need you to know
No,
I
no,
am
she's not.
poking with my rapier everything.
If you had
Okay.
just said I'm poking everything,
I am poking everything, including Tony. No,
okay, that's okay, but you don't poke Scarlet.
Never
Okay,
be too safe.
I'm kind of scared to poke Scarlet. I'll be honest.
you're damn right.
I'd poke Tony too, but I'm not there. And also, that would be a different session.
No,
Hey.
it'd be the
Different
same
encounter.
session. Honestly, it's the same session. It's
He
roll
did-
for initiative.
Wait, he did say that he's gonna play the stereotypical bard, and you are a dragon.
This is true.
Roll
Dragon
seduce.
D's, Dragon D's,
Nuts in your mouth.
pistachios.
I mean, it could be like a
clip that.
hamster, you
Someone
know?
please clip that.
I prefer cashew. I'll cashew outside.
That's
How
right,
about
catch me
that?
outside.
My cat's name is Pistachio. Please don't drag her.
No, so Snoke, what do you call nuts that are on a wall?
I don't know. What do you call nuts that are on a wall?
Walnuts. And what do you call nuts that are on a chest?
Chestnuts.
Chestnuts.
Chestnuts. And what do you call nuts that are on a chin?
These nuts.
A dick in your mouth. Okay, let's go.
God damn it.
But what's the difference between a walnut and a chestnut?
Pearl necklace.
How long it's been?
All right. So you
hate
go
you.
around
Now,
poking out all the stuff in that you can see right now. Nothing happens.
Okay.
let's see what we got. Is a door over here.
Should be
Interestingly,
able
I
to
can
click it.
see into that room, and I'm not sure I'm supposed to be able to.
It's dimmed, so
No, I mean I
Because
could see it before the door was open.
right. It wasn't actually seeing in the room; it was seeing what was passed through already.
Right,
Mhm.
because my token
Um,
was started in there for some reason.
I had to drag you through it because my stairs stuff didn't work.
Ah, I'm sorry.
I love how
Wanna
the
poke
chest
up-
just says Himbo right now.
I'm poking all of these too, especially the chests.
That's why it says Himbo right now, because he wants to be poked.
I poke the chest that Himbo's in, and suddenly I hear a scream that sounds oddly like Trico.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Excellent.
Was that a dagger, or are you just happy to see me?
No, it's a rapier. At about
Oh,
6
what is it?
inches, but take an inch
Oh.
and a half off at the sides.
Have any
I
of y'all
think me-
seen The Rookie? Where they have a song called "Cop Cutie."
Yes.
Yes.
Is that a baton in your pocket? Or you not see me?
Is that a baton in your pocket? Or you...
There's actually a joke I'm not going to make. There's a pun I'm not going to make here about rapier.
Why not?
Even for me, it's a little
Um,
borderline.
Alright, so
Could
I
make-
see there's a desk. Are there letters like scattered across it?
Nope, it is a very tidy desk with some stationery and an inkwell.
Does anything look like it has like writing on it, or is it all like blank pages?
Currently, it's all blank pages.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Out of
keep trying. I'm just gonna
curiosity-
try doors. Go ahead.
Did you check the downstairs mimics?
Puddles.
Yes.
It's true. One was a chest. I feel like we probably didn't yet. And I
Didn't.
feel like we probably should because they're acidic and whatever might be near them could dissolve.
I mean, Scarlett would have like pushed some of the liquid around with her foot just to like see.
Okay. There was stuff in the muck.
Okay.
All right, you guys keep looking around up here. I'm going to go dig through the muck.
You look like you'd be good at that.
What did
Yeah,
Scarlett
I'm-
find in the one that she like kicked around?
It looked like there was the one downstairs that you mussed around with your foot. So basically, you found it looked like a small hide-covered notebook.
Oh.
Okay.
Now we got to find the Jekyll covered notebook.
You also find a few bronze scales
Ooh. Oh no.
and and some remnants of leather clothing.
Oh, well.
Does that count as basically like toenail clippings for a dragonborn if you find just random scales?
Might, yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
It's like
shed.
it's
More
like
like
hair.
shedded
It's like when
hair.
you look. Yeah.
Yeah. Is he a
Um.
balding dragonborn? Go ahead, sorry. I'm gonna shut up.
That's a good question though.
That's why
Um,
they're called salamanders.
She would have handed the notebook to Tony because she can't read.
Are any of you proficient with Arcana?
No.
And Snoke, with you, I'm gonna go with your bounty hunting stuff and the stories you've heard. What you know, actually, roll me a history check.
I'm going to intimidate this book into
Oh, yeah.
revealing its.
So, what you remember from the stories is things like this typically don't happen in cities. Stuff like that happens like in sewers and abandoned towers and abandoned castles and stuff like that. Things that are kind of typically in disrepair, or from like heavy magic users, so people of power that want to guard their stuff.
Okay.
So the fact that they were in a place that in a populated city and a place that was in heavy use is kind of weird.
Place of heavy use, like your mom.
Like tries junk. Okay, done. He's like, try these nuts.
Try harder.
And Tony, you are looking at the notebook?
I'm looking at the note. It's about these two kids, right? And they started dating and they fell in love. It's
No, not that notebook.
James Patterson. I don't fucking.
Is that the
So-
one where he flies, or the kids fly or have wings?
No. Oh yeah, no.
Is that Twilight? No, that's Fur.
No. No.
They just jump.
Similar
I thought
vibe,
that was about
but
Batman.
Oh yeah, Batman.
I think you're thinking about
Anyways.
Maximum Ride or something.
that's the one. Yep.
Oh, Alex Rider. Yeah.
No, not Alex Rider. Different one.
Oh my god.
So as you're going through this little notebook, it is notes on his investigation. Most of the missing persons had been seen using one of the carriage services before they had disappeared. He came to a dead end and couldn't determine any guilty party and couldn't identify where they went after being dropped off at their destinations. So the Silver Steeds and another group called HSC, which he has initialed in there, were both less than forthcoming, and the drivers he were able to speak to seemed off.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got theories. That's fine. Wait, what's my intelligence? I want to know if Ptony has the same theories I do. Oh, okay, he's average. So no, he probably does not.
Hey, don't
I-
overestimate yourself. I'm
He's
joking.
He's a conspiracy
what?
theorist. He might got something.
You know what? Honestly, okay, that's so. I'm gonna roll an intelligence. This isn't for this is to see if he would be having any of the same ideas. Nope, 7. Nope, not with a 7. But yeah, I feel like conspiracy.
Not even
theories
with
sort of-
all of the notes that, or all of the little details that he's collected.
Roll
Well,
at advantage.
Yeah, right. Am I getting advantage for being a conspiracy theorist?
Yes. Yes.
The issue with
Ew.
conspiracy theorists is
That didn't work.
sometimes they're right.
That's the problem. So I feel like conspiracy theory replaces like his intelligence is a 10. So I feel,
Yeah.
but I feel like being a conspiracy theorist, because this Tony without the P is like, oh, okay, so the taxi service is all run by doppelgangers, and they got mimics inside the carriages, and so when the people get in the carriage, they get eaten by the mimic, and then when they show up at the place, the doppelganger looks like the person, so they get out of the carriage and they show up and I'm here I am, so that they were seen, but they're dead.
I don't know. With a 2 for that intelligence check, Tony could very well think that the mimic wrote the note.
this journal is a mimic. The mimic
All
did it.
right. So where do we go from there?
Well,
Are we assuming the mimic ate the Gundahar? Because there were you said there were brass dragon scales in the guts of the mimic, correct?
Was
Yep.
Gundahar a brass? Gundahar was a brass dragonborn.
He was, in
Yep.
fact.
So
Well, he was part of the constabulary originally, right?
No, he was just he was a former adventurer, but
Okay.
he had enough skills that they reached out to him to look into things.
Makes sense. Because if he was
I-
part of the town guard, I would have expected him to be a kappa.
I have I have this sneaking worry, and I think I need to roll an intelligence check as well, just to see whether yeah, okay, fine.
Just to see if he was assassinated because he got too close.
No,
Isn't that right?
different worry. There's a lot of mimics in this one room, and this is his home, and it looks like he was attacked by one of. I mean, there's no bodies, so we don't know for sure. But we saw a
Does
lot of.
anybody have-
We've seen the whole thing we're doing here is figuring out why people are disappearing, and we just found a dude that disappeared because of things that can look like other things hiding in his house.
With your 13 intelligence check, I will say that knowing that in a city like this, there are people who specialize in magic and magical things. You know enough that mimics are kind of magical type things. So if you were to take a portion of them to one of said magical experts, they might be able to provide you more info.
At the one that his intestines had the scales, and just because I'm gonna take as Tony's like, so I assume we're going back downstairs at this point. We're in the dojo. Tony is gonna, with his dagger, just walk up to one of the walls at random and stab the wall.
And the wall gets stabbed.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure we weren't inside of a mimic right now.
Then the floor opens up, and no, I'm just kidding.
And we all die. Right, correct.
no,
The Earth has
the
been a
floor,
mimic this entire
the
time.
floor is not a mimic. However, that one plank there
The floor is not a mimic. The floor is lava.
Yes, that too.
Every nail in the floor is a mimic.
No.
That is amazing.
The floor isn't a mimic. The nails aren't a mimic. However, there is a black ooze under it using the.
All right. Well, either okay. So either the building itself is not a mimic, or it's a kinky mimic that's into pain. I'm gonna stab the wall again.
I think.
And nothing happens.
I
Yeah,
think
okay, it's really
so.
into pain.
So, do either of you know how to harvest monsters?
I mean, I know how to scoop it into a bag.
I thought mimic insides were acidic.
What kind of skill check would that be? Would that be
Nature, I guess.
This is a bucket.
I would say either nature or survival.
Let's
kinda,
see,
sorta?
Yeah, survival.
nature's-
Yeah, we can go with survival.
You need some help with that?
Either one.
Yeah, nope. That's a 7.
Wait. I would like to give the help action by handing Scarlett one of my daggers to assist.
Okay.
Scrape it up.
Or you say, how about you just roll it up in that big rug in front of the altar?
Yeah, that's a,
Oh, that's much better. That's an 18.
Yeah. You're able not to gather the whole thing, but you're able to like harvest one of the full pseudopods that come out of it.
cool.
All right.
It's
Okay.
kind of gooey. You know to stay away from the teethy areas because the teethy areas are where the acid is typically
Ooh,
projected from.
I tend to
Can I-
also avoid using teeth.
that's true. Yeah.
I mean,
that's
sometimes
the
little
best
teeth
part.
can be fun.
well, I mean, it
um,
depends on how into the pain you are. Can I try to get one tooth? Because that could be fun for like a dagger.
Yeah, you can try.
I didn't. So, would that be nature or survival?
Yes. Whichever.
I'm gonna roll it a flat. Yeah, because my nature is +0. My survival is +1. So I'm just gonna roll flat. No, that's an 8. I think I pricked myself, but I didn't.
You take 1 point of acid damage.
That's kind of what I figured.
So what are you going to do from here?
Well, okay, so we know it's connected to the cabs, probably, and the guy's dead, probably.
Well, he's missing at any rate.
We
He's-
should
he's
go
missing.
tell the inspector, maybe?
So he would have
Well,
been. So that means he investigated. He found what he found. He hit his dead end. He turned in all of his material, and then he was assassinated. After
So
well, I'm sorry, assassinated. Then he died.
So what happened was he was searching and he was getting dead ends and he told them I didn't find anything. In the process of that is basically he noticed some weird stuff continuing to happen, so he told them, hey, I'm still, I haven't found anything, in a way that would make them not send any more people.
Hmm.
And then he got eated
So
before he could do anything else.
So we're getting the sense more than that he was pretending to leave the case
Yeah.
than that he actually did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But from his notes,
Hmm.
it will have in there before his last entries and thoughts, basically that he provided a note to the inspector general. So
Hmm. All
So
right.
this dude found out that there were mimics, didn't tell the general, And the
He didn't know they were. He didn't know there were mimics.
okay.
He noticed stuff that was off, that was weird, and people weren't talking.
And the cabbies
And-
specifically he tried to talk to were
Weird.
off. Yeah.
people mimics.
Excellent. Okay, so what I'm hearing is we got to burn this entire city to the ground and get the fuck out.
Listen, you're dragging this. I'm sure that you like fire, but
Yeah.
I'm actually the pyromaniac. She
What
doesn't know
is
that
my-
word.
What is my breath weapon? Do I have a breath weapon? I don't think I have one. No, I have Draconic Cry. And
Yep.
Divine Fury.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So
If you were a
Um,
dragon, you'd probably have a lightning one, though.
Probably. I am blue.
Yeah.
I blew the blue die.
your next steps now are what? Going back to the constable or getting more information on what you just harvested?
Yeah, did we want to get more information on the mimic? Since we have specifically we got the one that had probably eaten Guy.
Probably.
yeah.
Before we go to talk to anybody, get more information on the thing we have.
You know,
All right.
Snoke, you know anybody in town who's like good at keeping their mouth shut about stuff?
Do I? I mean, ears to the ground.
So I imagine your time in town wasn't necessarily in the Silver District. So you, as far as magic and things like that go, maybe even where you got your flask. There is a shop. Where'd it go? Oh, what's her name? I forgot it again.
Marilyn?
No,
Leah?
that's
Layla?
that's that.
Marilyn
Penelope?
Manson. Welcome to my Marilyn Mansion.
Oh, it's called
Marilyn
Enchanter's Penchant.
Hmm.
It's far more clever than what I did
It's
for my
n-
game.
Number 12. Right.
My players went to an
Up in
apothecary. I can't
the
remember what the name
artisan
called, a
district.
carry.
That's fun. I like that. Ariapatha?
Yeah, basically.
I like it.
So that's what Snoke knows. Snoke
Okay.
knows.
So, I guess I would head to Maryland's then, or would suggest-
Enchanter's Penchant.
Oh yes,
Hmm.
enchanters.
Okay. So
And from a meta perspective, it's getting us in the direction we would like to go, but we don't know
Yep. And we will pop back over and we'll we'll probably wrap up after we'll do the mayoral section and wrap up after the discussion at the magic shop. are back. At least we should be.
Oh, I see
Go-
you. And the blue Gorgonite still.
Good job.
Okay. Here we go. All right. We're gonna pick up with Trico and
Ari.
Ari
Mm.
as they're arriving at the mayoral manor. There's guards out front, and they stop the carriage. And the driver says, "I got these two here looking to speak to the mayor." And one of them comes on over and goes, "What's your business?"
We have business directly with the mayor and the Bellmeyers, specifically, regarding the mayor's son's new fiance and the Bellmeyer's daughter, as they are the same person, obviously.
The mayor isn't seeing anyone right now. The mayor's son might be available. You're welcome to come in and wait, and we will pass along the word.
Do make sure that they are informed it is urgent and it is pertinent information about the Bellmeyer's daughter.
We will. Do they know you?
No, but I am someone with information, and that is the most important thing.
Well, I see. All right. Feel free to come on in, and we will pass on the word. And he lets the carriage drop you off inside. That particular guard heads on to the manor while two others come out, take their places, and the ones left there to escort you inside. It's not like a palace or anything, but it's a pretty large manor, and it's well kept gardens and a nice paved pavilion with very well ornately placed bricks.
I'll
in,
say I am quite happy with the
circular
manner of
spiral
this manor.
fashions. And the guard waits with you while they wait to pass on the word. You see the other guard head when you're all in the foyer. He heads up the stairs, and it looks like perhaps a butler or somebody of that sort. They stop and talk a little bit. He looks back. They both look back at you, and you see the butler. He doesn't really give much of a indication that any of the news really affected him, or that he was really making a decision either way. But he comes on down to talk to you. The guard comes down as well, and the two escorts kind of just step outside and wait at the front door. And their butler kind of looks at you, and is the mayor expecting you?
No, but that's probably for the best. We have very pertinent information, very important information that must not be spread around as rumors, and that is why we are searching. We are trying to speak directly with the mayor, the Bellmeyers, and preferably the mayor's son as well.
I see. Well, they are quite busy right now.
I assure
the-
you,
the
if they've
mayor
been-
has given us no uncertain terms are they to be interrupted or disturbed. Roll me a persuasion check.
I actually can't roll below a 10, so that's actually a 17.
Okay. As a right about where he was going to turn you away, he stops. I can inquire of the mayor. However, his son is not indisposed at the moment, so you may speak with him while I go inquire of the mayor to see what
I
what
promise,
his disposition is.
if you do inform him that we have information regarding that matter, as I said, he will make time.
Do you have any credentials or anything
best-
that I might be able to pass on to them if you are that intent on speaking to him?
The best I can provide to you is this, and I hand over the coin from the constabulary.
And you see both of his brows raise. That took him off guard. And he handed this directly to you.
Indeed. Me and my compatriots each.
I will take you to the mayor's son for the time being, and I will pass on all of this information to the mayor himself. Follow me. And he leads you down one of the foyers. It looks exact like you would imagine. Finely inlaid floors, art and tapestries on the walls, a couple of suits of armor.
Velvet carpet?
No,
Okay.
no velvet carpet. And at end of one of the halls, there's a man with there's a portrait. Let's see. He has shortly shorn, well-kempt blonde hair and striking blue eyes. He's, if the proportions on the painting are accurate, he's standing next to a horse. He's the high end of 5 foot, just below 6 foot, somewhere around there, from a common, compared to a common horse.
I thought you were about to say on the high end of 5'1". I'm like, Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, no, he's broad shouldered. He looks like a strong fellow. The butler opens the door and leads you inside. He goes, young sir, we have some individuals from the Inspector General here to speak to you. And you hear from inside, he's like, did he send more of his goons to come complain to me about the noise? I told him it's out in that area for a reason. It's an unoccupied building for the party. It's not my fault sound carries. No, sir. They are not constables? He glances back to the two of you.
Not exactly.
They are not constables. He goes, all right, bring him in. And he steps aside to let you two in before closing the door behind you. Inside the room, you see a taller, more slender young man, blonde hair, not shortly clipped. It's longer, probably shoulders or so. And he's got gray eyes. He's very well dressed, and he's sitting on a desk in the room, looking over some papers and notes and things like that. He's making notations on the lists.
Good
And
evening.
this would be Sirik, Arldvar, the mayor's son. And he basically glances up and goes, yes, come in, come in.
Good evening. My name is Trakotos Kolos. I am here on behalf of the Inspector General. We're
I thought you weren't constables.
not. More of
Okay.
more of individuals who have taken on a prospect. We have the skills necessary to be applied to a very specific inquiry.
I see.
How I'm sure you are not unaware of a recent misgivings with your fiance.
Glances up and goes, well, I'm quite aware. We are to be married.
Yes, and that is joyous news. 'Tis the trepidatious nature of that which is the current state of matters that is the concern.
Have you found something?
Not quite. It is the fact of all information that has been gathered so far is lacking certain details that would pin everything together, and I was hoping we could gather those few details we need from you and from her parents directly. No third parties twisting the word of truth.
I'm not sure what more I can say. Last I saw her, we had stepped out of the party. She was a little lightheaded. She imbibed a little much. Some of the spirits were a little strong for her taste. Other than that, I saw her to a carriage, and she went on, presumably to her room at the inn, at the Silver Billet.
Was there anything strange about the nature of how she was acting aside from imbibing alcohol? Was perhaps what were her last words to you at that night? Did she seem apprehensive? Did she seem like she wished to leave altogether? Or was there anything unnatural about the night around you? Not just that instant, but say the party or the carriage or the weather. Any small detail is far more impactful than you know.
No, other than she drank a lot that night and she danced a lot. Exhaustion combined with alcohol can do a number on a person, especially if they don't normally drink like that.
That is very true.
I'm just glad that those imbeciles at Corin's Couriers wasn't there to jostle her about so furiously as they had previously.
How so?
One of my previous parties, some of my friends had an issue with them, and they said they took all the poorest roads, the roads that were in disrepair, and their drivers got a little irate with them after they made a bit of a mess inside the carriage.
Yes.
So they were disinvited from all of future parties until further notice. So we only deal with the Silver Steeds and HSC currently. The Silver Steeds are of appropriate status, and
of course we use
HSC are involved with the Merchants Guild directly. They're kind of an offshoot company of them. Theirs.
Yes. Yet again, we run back into these circles of many details and no connecting dots. Nothing that directly can say one way or the other. You sure there's not a single thing, not even a feeling that something was off?
I mean, not that I recall. This whole time he's talking to you. He's going back and forth between his notes and stuff like that.
Can I make an insight check on, like, on whether or not he seems to care about the conversation? Like his, I want insight
You ca-
onto his attitude towards his fiance being missing and us looking into it.
You can.
Never mind. That is an 8. You were playing about my dice rolls earlier.
Yep. I guess you used them all up. It looks to you like he's planning another party. He doesn't look as concerned at her being missing for some reason. And that's what you're able to tell. He's obviously dismissive of all your questions. I don't know if it's how you guys are dressed or something of that nature.
Well, I am wearing my fine clothes, so I hope it's not that.
No.
But very well, that if there truly is nothing that you can think of that night, then I suppose we'll have to speak with her parents and see if there's anything that she wasn't telling you that could lead to the matter at hand. Perhaps
Honestly,
she truly
she's
was
probably
unhappy.
just worked up and she wanted to blow off some steam. We're about to get married, and there's a lot that goes along with marrying into a status like this, joining families like this. It's stressful. She probably is
Oh,
off
you don't
doing her
actually
own thing.
know. My apologies, sir. I was under the impression that you were aware of the situation, but it seems that you are just as clueless as the rest of this town.
What do you mean?
She's not the only one to have suddenly and miraculously stopped showing up to where she belongs.
Oh, come on. I've heard a bunch of the commoners' rumors.
And I have been around long enough to know that some aren't just rumors. There are those who disappear because they wish to not be found, yes. And there are those whose families have no reason for them to be gone.
There's always a reason. They just may not have told their families. You can tell he's becoming very disinterested in the conversation.
I promise you, the reason we are looking into this is nothing about making sure that she's ready to be married to you, and it's more about preventing those that are not supposed to be missing from doing so. I really could care less about those of the lower class going missing, obviously. The droll who wander the streets are just the same as everyone else, and if they go missing, it is likely because they choose to leave the town. But she is not just any droll, and that is what has piqued the interest of many around who are trying to be on your side.
Do you understand the stresses that come with being a part of a family such as mine and such as hers? I don't think you quite understand.
I
I've
do
gone off
from
myself to blow off steam.
I have been the outlet for many of that steam, so I do understand what many have gone through. While I myself do not have to worry about such privilege, I have been a company to many who have. And I can say
He
that
kind
this
of
does not
scoffs
sound the
at that.
same.
He scoffs at that a bit and just kind of shakes his head. He's like, "Will that be all? I have another event. I'm sure she'll show up by the end of this. And I have another event for for her and mine attendance in the next few days. So,
And what will you do if and when she doesn't show up? If she does show up, by all means, that is wonderful. Consider all previous statements conspiracy theory and merely just the overly cautious nature of those wishing to keep the city in its pristine condition. But if she
I
doesn't,
guess
then what?
I guess instead of that, it will just be awake.
Quite the dreadful attitude towards the matter. Nonetheless, I still do have need to speak with her parents, so hopefully they have gotten my message and are making time.
She is not a helpless damsel by any means.
Which makes this all the more concerning.
Or it just makes it all the more likely that she's off relieving stress. I'm sure. And he calls or he pulls a rope on the other side of his desk, and you hear a bell chime. And the butler opens the door. He's like, "Oh yes, is there something you needed?" "Oh, the mayor is busy, but the Bellmeyers have said they will speak to you. I have placed them in a sitting room, and they are waiting. You don't have much time with them. They are upset currently."
I can understand why. Please show us the way. We also do not have much time. The longer we pratter on, the longer issues take to be resolved.
And he moves aside to lead you out and closes the door behind you guys. I told you weren't going to like him. And he leads you down the hall to a sitting room. It's a room. It's got.
Don't mind me. I'm just looking through my spells to see what I could do to possibly have made that interaction more entertaining and probably less good for us staying in the city. No, I can't cast that. Can't cast that. These are all non-damaging spells. Dang it.
It's fine. If Scarlett had been there, she would have strangled him.
I'm realizing that I actually don't have a single combat spell other than Vicious Mockery and Dissonant Whispers. Everything else is a non-combat spell.
I have a bard that killed 6 out of his 7 kills were Vicious Mockery and Dissonant Whispers.
That's good.
I mean, they are good. Most, I'm pretty sure nothing has resistance to psychic damage. Anyways.
The room, it's finely furnished. Chairs, couches. In the room is where'd it go? So, a human man. He is slender, well dressed. He's not super fancily dressed. It's just fine clothing, well made, and he's got a glass in his hand filled with a middling brown liquid, and he's pacing. Sitting in a chair, wringing her hands, is a half-elf woman. Again, she's in a kind of a it's well made, but it's obviously made for comfort. And she's just kind of sitting back in a chair by herself, and her hands just wringing her fingers back and forth. And the butler goes, "I will be right outside. Should anything be needed, or if you find the conversation to be over with, abruptly, let me know. And the man kind of glances over to him and gives a nod. The door shuts behind you both.
Good evening. My name is Drakatas Kolos. I am here on me and my compatriot here, Ari, are here on behalf of the Inspector General. We are not
Have you found any word?
not quite. We have a lot of information, a lot of details, and missing certain key details that would string things together. Without those last few leads, everything is just a mess of information with no answer. It seems that the Inspector General overstressed himself too much and has been unable to unable to put those pieces together himself, and has called upon us to take it on for him. As I'm saying that, I would like to use unsettling words. So, as a bonus action, I can expend one use of my Bardic Inspiration to choose one creature I see within 60 feet of me and roll my Bardic Inspiration die. That creature must subtract that number rolled from their next saving throw it makes before the start of my next turn. And I would like to end up doing that twice to target both of them,
Okay.
if possible.
They are not really paying attention to you a whole lot. So give me a sleight of hand check.
It's not somatic. It's not somatic. It is simply verbal.
Roll a sleight of hand check to see if it's not for hand, it's for speaking, I guess.
Sleight of tongue. I can do that.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
La la la.
13.
Oh, he has a lot of practice with that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Did you want
that'll
one or
do.
two?
Do two. One for each.
That one was a lot lower.
Well, it wasn't a very high DC.
Fair.
They are very, as you can imagine, upset. What details are you missing?
Hang on one sec. I need to actually roll that die.
Gotcha.
But I accidentally reduced my charges down to 0 without actually using the ability.
Oops.
So it is a D8. Okay. So both of them are going to subtract 8 from their next saving throw.
Okay.
But yes. So that's just security measure. So from all we have gathered is information on those around the town who have also gone missing, trying to gather information that might connect the two instances, whether this be a singular situation or a copycat trying to mimic that which has happened to the lower class. You know how it can be, those who think they can get away with copying someone else's misdeeds and biting off more than they can chew. Simply put, there are things that don't add up, such as the instant in where your daughter disappeared. We're not getting quite what we believe to be accurate explanations on her emotions regarding the party she was attending, the engagement as a whole, what her thoughts might be on the matter. And we are not assuming that she's merely running away because this is a lot of stress. We are simply thinking that that might be a factor in why she might have been targeted, if this is a foul party.
I see. Well, she was dropped off at the inn after the party. Several individuals that were there that evening said they saw her walk in.
So she did make it there safely.
As far as we know, but her bed was unmade. Or sorry, not unmade. Her bed was unslept in. When we went to check, because we thought we checked on her in the afternoon, the maids had not been there to clean anything yet, and her bed was unmade.
Do you have any idea as to what the time frame would be between when accounts of her arriving and when you had gone to check on her would be?
Roughly, by all accounts, it was around midnight ish when they said they saw her in the room. Or when they saw her enter, and we went to check on her at just before lunch.
So nearly an entire half a day had passed. A lot can happen in that time. More likely than not, if her bed was untouched and the maids had not gone in there, then then whatever had happened very shortly after accounts of her arriving were there. That is information we were not pertinent to. That was information left out.
Nobody saw her leave again.
It does not matter if anybody accounts of having seen her leave. People lie, and there's nothing saying that a inn as sophisticated as the Silver Billets doesn't have additional ways for people to come and go.
Are you saying she was kidnapped?
Not necessarily. There are a number of
seen no ransom.
Well, there are a number of options. One could very well be kidnapped. One could as well be the idea of her simply being overstressed from the engagement and running away on her own. Unfortunately, though, this would be very poor timing for that, given other incidences that have been happening around. That being said, I'm concerned with the matter of you two having your personal items forwarded here to the mansion. What has led you to choose to stay at the mansion as opposed to the Silver Billet?
There's more gods here.
So you do believe there's foul play at hand?
It put my wife at ease. I wanted to stay there because if she had gone and to blow off steam, like you had mentioned, that you're not assuming that, but if she had gone to blow off steam, she would come back there. But we figured it would be a day.
One would
At
assume
most.
and hope.
But to ease my wife's nerves, we came here. She felt more secure here.
Can I roll an insight on how both of them are reacting? Like, is he getting angry? Is he staying calm with the way he's conversing? Are they just too upset?
Yeah, you can go ahead, roll an insight check.
Average 10.
So, what you gather is his wife is very distraught. She is barely, like when he gives answers, she nods as to their accuracy. But she doesn't speak. Her lips are kind of pressed tight, is pretty much as tightly as she's wringing her fingers. And he teeters between confusion and anger.
All right. To get as much information across as I need, I'm saying this out loud to them. To get as much information across as I need, I cannot have emotions play into our thought process. Everything must be analytical. So I do apologize, but I must take proactive measures to make sure we stay analytical. And I'm going to cast Calm Emotions.
Correct. That was what, a 15 save? And then
it
8?
is a 15 charisma save, and it is a 20-foot sphere, so I'm going to try and encompass both of them into it.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it's -8.
Cool. Let's see. -8 on a natural 20.
This is 12 plus their charisma modifier. So as long as they don't have a higher than a 3,
It's
or I
not
guess-
higher than a 3.
Yeah.
So that's 12. That is 15. For one, I'll do a separate one for the other.
So damn, they do save on
And
that one.
The mother fails her save.
Okay.
And you can see her relax. Her hands go to rest in her lap some, and she just kind of runs her thumb over her fingers now. She's not, tightly wringing her hands. You can see her face relax.
I'm specifically going to suppress any effects of frightened, if there are any.
Okay. She's not scared of you.
Doesn't have to be of me. It is in general.
It's not really fear that's bugging her. It's more sorrow, but you see that lighten as the spell takes hold.
We are currently on the search for all information regarding this situation. It is not simply me and my compatriot beside me. We have 3 more members who are searching outside of this area. Specifically, they have currently gone to search at a previous adventurer who had been taking on the task of investigating everything to gather any information there that's been left out of our provided information. Anything that we can gather is pertinent regardless of the situation, and we will make sure that there is an end result, whether that is the best case scenario or the worst case scenario. There will be a result. So if there is anything that you can think of, if her hair was a mess, if the carriage she rode in was driven by a different person that day, if the person checking you in and out wasn't Leia or Leia, how do you pronounce it again? Sorry.
Who?
The owner of the Silver Billet.
Oh, Kaya.
Taya. Sorry, I flipped the first letters of her first and last name. Taya. If the person checking you in and out wasn't Taya for whatever reason, even if the air smelled a little musty that day, it matters.
Honestly, what I've given you, this is the husband speaking, is all that I can recall. And he looks at his wife, and she's like, honestly, I've been going over everything constantly. We left the party earlier than they did. And beyond that, the people we talk to are the people we talk to every time we're here. We even...
In that case, I will give you a warning. Take it with a grain of salt. Call it a conspiracy theorist's paranoia. But I would not trust Cyric.
What?
We just got done speaking with him. And I play with words and information. I know how to run one's mouth. The words he chose and the way he spoke was not one I would trust. Believe me when I say that he does not seem to be concerned, as we all are.
I appreciate your concern. I've known the boy for a long time, and he has much to learn in how to interact with people. He gets focused on his own wants.
I've heard rumors. I've also heard that he is not one to keep a tight lip when necessary, which is why I say yet again
Yes.
to be wary.
We are aware of his loose lips when it comes to having imbibed alcohol overly much. We've been present for such events. It's
I have not, though I had attempted a few times in my day. But I will say the one thing of concern the most at the moment resides on his attitude towards your daughter's disappearance, and if it is not just a conspiracy and that foul play is at hand, he does not seem to be upset. Take that as you will. I will not repeat his exact words, but do take it with a grain of salt. But do know
how
I do
long
not
does
lie.
calm emotions last for?
1 minute.
All right, so this is about when the mother gets up and walks out, with a purpose. And the butler kind of pokes his head in. He's like, "Is everything okay?"
I believe we are just finishing now. We've gotten as much information as can be, and I hope that the knowledge that we are taking this case seriously is enough to help calm some emotions.
I see. If that will be all, I'll escort you to the front door, please. Mhm.
Right. Yeah, that
Was there anything else?
no, I was expecting to take 2 days, took 1 day, so I'd probably head back to the constable's place to begin with.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pronounce that word.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe
Um,
we'll run into people along the way.
Okay. So you guys head out, and they let you out. With no real issues. As you're exiting the foyer, or as you're getting ready to walk out the very front doors, you hear a loud. It echoes through the halls, and then you hear yelling as the door slams. And then
Oh, I just mumble under my breath. Good for you.
Get him!
the butler
Get him,
jumps
get
at the
him.
sound, and he looks back. His eyes go wide. He goes, You
I
have a
mumble
fine
just
day."
loud
And
enough for him to hear
he heads
too.
off.
Good for you.
He scurries off with a quickness.
Oh, did he
Yeah.
want to slap too, or?
I mean, he might.
Get in line!
Wow, that's true. That's true.
So you were heading back to the central garrison?
Yes.
Okay. And the other three of you,
Yeah.
were you
So
heading
now-
there, or were you heading straight to the magic shop?
I think we were going right to the magic shop, right?
Okay.
Well, technically, oh no, never mind. I was looking at number 1, not number 5. Never mind.
Now, Scarlett, look, we're gonna get more churros, but we got to take care of the mimic thing first. And you don't want to eat churros with mimic slime on your hand, because that's disgusting.
Aw.
Yeah, well, I know, No, trust me, the mimic slime is not as good as the drizzly sauce. It's a totally like there are some people that like mimic slime, but that's like a very acquired. It's very spicy. It's very acidic. It's like salt and vinegar chips.
Dried mimic chips.
Yeah, there's totally a place that uses the acidic. It's like with the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon has the acid thing too, so you use it like this dip.
Mimic comfy.
Ridiculous.
All
Use
right.
what you got.
So we will take you here.
Okay.
Do we want to
shit.
put this as the cutoff of this episode and start up?
Right after this, because that will
Okay.
lead into New Day stuff.
Mimic
perfect.
marmalade.
Mimic
Mimic
marmalade.
marmalade.
Yes, it's what is it? Pepper jelly.
Mhm.
Kinda, yeah.
It's almost a compote.
It's
Yeah.
it's the mimic's acid mixed with a gelatinous cube.
Ooh.
Yes.
Is that just like is that a pepper jelly shot? A pepper jelly jello shot? What I'm hearing is we've created an entire new like culinary.
Well,
avenue
Oh,
here.
there's a whole show. There's an anime called Delicious in Dungeon.
Yeah.
Which
and
if
it's
you
all
haven't
about
seen it.
eating your way through a dungeon.
That's amazing.
It's really
Well, we already have
So
abyssal chicken wings, which are you have to roll a con save every bite or every wing at least.
so what? No, you take the mimic goo, the gelatinous cube, and a black pudding, and now you have gelato.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna walk straight into the door. Oh wait, I didn't open the door. Oh.
Dungeon parfait.
So you arrive. The sign out front, as you might guess, says Enchanter's Penchant, and got a nice little stylized wand and kind of what would be the flow of magic flowing to make the words. And if you sit there a moment and look, it will do that, and then the sign goes blank, and then the wand does it again, and the letters come back over and over again.
Welcome
do
to
like a good word.
Target.
I do like good wordplay. All right, so
So-
like what is the objective of this encounter? We just wanted to find out information about like the magical nature of the mimics. Why
Yeah.
there are so many potentially.
Kind of.
They're out of place.
Like, hey, we found this. What do you know?
We found these
We
new
found
urban
this-
mimics. I don't know what's going on here.
We found this in a dojo. There were 3.
This one ate
So-
somebody. I think. We
Let's
think.
see.
We don't actually know. Can you tell us if this one ate somebody? Can you do identify on this and see if there's somebody else's blood in there? Is this like CSI?
You sound like Carl from
What is that?
Teen Hunger Force, and I love that.
See, CSI. It is a clairvoyant speculation and investigation. That's
So?
very. I need to workshop that.
As you walk
Cleric.
So does CSI.
Um,
They didn't last very long.
in,
Clerical, sorcery, and yes, God, it was all there.
you see a young man out in the
Would you say
the
it was a
showroom,
clerical error?
basically, and he's walking around. He's got cheek length, blonde hair, green eyes. He's 5'3". He looks early teens, but he's cleaning stuff and looks like perhaps an apprentice or an assistant.
Excellent.
And as soon as people walk through, he turns. He's like, "Oh, welcome to the Enchanter's Penchant. Are you looking for anything specific?"
Am I the only one that walked in? We all walked in together, right?
We all walked in, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Am I the? Wait a second. Am I the face?
Yes.
This is a bad plan.
Yes, you
Wait,
are.
Bad.
I don't know. I think we're all. I think you and I and
Trico
Trico?
are
Tri-
all
It's
spacers,
Trico.
just in
but
very
Tri-Spike.
in very different situations.
It's do or do not. There is no try.
Right.
No, it's
This
do
is
and
my
do not.
vocabulary.
And do not do as often as you can.
No, you're do
There
and
is
he's do
no
not.
do. There is only do not.
There is only do and do again. And
There's
do
only
a little
do-loo.
more. I think we're just looking for information, right?
Yeah.
Scarlett's standing behind Ptony, just with like a box or whatever it is that they have the like
I mean,
mimic
she
in.
have
Stuff
like
in.
the rolled up. She has the rolled up carpet over her shoulder. Like, no, we put it in a
He
box.
looks around.
She grabbed one of the chests from upstairs.
What's
Oh,
in
there you
the
go.
box?
And she's just hauling it. Those were
Yeah.
big chests. The
It's
the mimic
dripping.
that ate
It's
it.
a big
yeah, it's
mimic.
just
One of them was
bleh.
a freaking table.
It's true. It was an altar.
You're looking for information on what? How
Mimics.
oh. Well, mimics are typically creations made by specific wizards to guard their things. Wizards are very touchy about letting people at their stuff.
Uh-huh.
So they make these things to guard them. Libraries, magical items, all kinds of stuff like that.
Okay.
How about a
anything
particular
else?
mimic?
Oh,
Just put the box down. This was a mimic, or it's what's
He
left
steps
of a
back.
Dunk, or does
and
it
he-
go kasplat?
Well,
this is
it's-
about
it's an-
83. This is about 83% of a mimic.
Puts it down and you hear the swishing in the box.
he looks at the box a bit and he takes his broom and he gives it a couple pokes and he jumps back.
Scarlett
Yeah, we
just
did that
opens
already.
the lid of the chest.
You see, the kid's pretty short. He's 5'3", so it's on the table. So he peeks up over and goes, "Oh." He looks sick.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna go. Be right back. And he
Yeah.
runs off.
The more you smell them,
runs
the
off.
more they burn your sense of smell out of your nose. By the time you're doing the thing, you won't even notice.
And you hear some talking and some dry heaving muffled behind the curtain that's right there. And you hear you hear some comforting words before a lady comes out.
That's all the
And
guts and stuff, all the liquids left over from the mimic, right?
she got
Yep.
Most-
a bunch of stuff.
What color
Some
is it?
of
Um,
it, yeah.
Hope it's pink.
Huh? It's kind of grayish,
Yes.
mottled brown. There's not much pink of anything in there. So out walks a half elf woman. She's got waist length brown hair, and her eyes are golden colored. She's pretty slender, and she's only like 4 inches taller than the boy. And she's like, yes, I'm Navara. I'm the owner of the Enchanter's Penchant. How can I help you? And my apprentice said something about gross stuff in a box.
Yeah. This. It was a mimic.
It was.
One of-
it still is.
one of
but
three.
it was too.
Well,
Where did you find it?
uh,
And how long has it been in that box? Because if you hauled it from somewhere far away, that's probably rank.
Well, it's
Not
rank
to
either
say
way.
dead mimics are. I mean, that's fair.
Live mimics aren't even that nice. It was like 3 blocks the other way, or well, whatever.
yeah,
It's a couple
We
miles.
found
I had a couple in my basement.
Oh, the living ones?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they're good
don't
for
do their
cleaning up-
job very well
Oh.
if they're dead.
these ones
Awesome.
did apparently.
Oh, yeah, no,
maybe.
This one. Oh my god, this one was called Roomba.
Oh, you named it? Are you trying
Yeah.
to? I can't resurrect these.
No,
No.
not this one. This one
They're
hurt my
kind of like
friends.
one
This-
use. Oh,
Yeah.
It's at this point that
It's a
it's
consumable.
at this point that I'm gonna that
Snoke is gonna step forward and just be like, okay, before this gets too far out of hand.
Nice. We didn't talk about who the face was. You just let me start talking. That was on you.
It was on me, and you're right, and I take full responsibility for it, like I am right now. Hold on a moment.
This half-elf woman, she's got big round spectacles, like owly type spectacles, and she pushes them up closely, and she's looking between the two of you as you go back and forth.
As you walk, as you walk past,
You-
who the hell am I? I forgot who I was. Tony, as you walk past Tony, he reaches up to slap you on the ass to like tag you in.
Snoke jumps a little bit as impact is made, just like stops, takes a deep breath. Just
Try. I feel a disturbance in the force.
Hunting a small lizard across the room would be impolite. Anyways,
Yeah, because the Goliath would kill you if he didn't first.
worth it. Ma'am, I am very sorry for the circus we've brought in here. We have
I've
some
seen
questions.
worse. Adventurers like you, that they come in a wide range.
Believe me, I know. I've had to hunt down a few. Listen, this thing, this mimic, how much would you be able to tell us about it specifically?
Um,
I'm not well versed in the magical arts and the hoodoo voodoo, but
I can tell quite a bit.
Voodoo?
like, could you tell us who made it?
Potentially.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this or not, but even with common, like cantrip level spells, every wizard does things a little bit different, and there's sort of a signature as part of their spells. They're very proprietary, very persnickety folks, quite
Okay.
often. So part of what I can do for enchanted items and constructs and things of that nature with the right spell, I can decipher that a little bit, kind of pull things apart.
Got it.
She can
Right.
divine the arcane serial number. On
Guys, she's a mimic whisperer.
And did I
Gotta
hear
speak
you
with Dead Note.
correctly? There were 3 of these?
Yeah, within about 20 feet of one another.
Where?
down the street.
I'm going
At
to
the
be.
dojo.
I'm. Oh.
Dojo?
I love the fact that Tony and Snoke are both like, how much information do we give to at the dojo? Never mind.
Scarlett's like, I'm just trying to be helpful.
She
Yeah,
holds a finger up and she walks over and she closes the doors behind you and she
Close
flips
the
a
doors.
sign and
Comes
she
back to
motions
Scarlett.
and
She
bring
goes back to
that. Bring that back
name is-
here.
Her name is
Okay.
Scarlett. Jesus, what do you mean that? Oh, the box.
No, the
Sorry.
box.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Good.
Wait, I thought we brought the
Please
altar.
tell me Scarlett was just thinking that Snoke and Tony just couldn't remember the name for the dojo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what she was thinking.
I love
It's called
that.
a
The
dojo.
lady comes back and fully ignores Snoke and Tony and just talks to Scarlett. She's like, I'm not dealing with these morons.
Are you coming?
No, not yet. Triton's not here.
That's a different kind of magic.
Scarlett grabs the box. The chest.
I'll follow along. Look, I'll be honest. I had a few questions, but yeah, the first one is maybe who made this, and also would they be able to replicate or reproduce on their own, or would someone have had to make all 3 of them?
To be honest, I have never heard of mimics replicating on their own. Typically, they are generated. But
So-
when the chest is out there, she just reaches in and she grabs out hunks of mimic flesh onto the table, just slurps it onto the table. And she
Oh, now
pushes
I'm
up her
coming.
This seems like
sleeves.
Slurp.
Now-
Oh god.
Wait,
Oh,
now
the
I'm
I'm
elbow,
gonna
damn.
Now
I'm gonna
coming. Now,
I'm
now
gonna
you got me.
I'm turning to Tony and looking down. I'm just like,
This seems like a good spot to apply Bobby's razor.
That's correct.
She pushes up her cloak sleeves, and she gives her shoulders a little bit of a roll as it just kind of, after it kind of wetly impacts the table
Mhm.
there.
That was a moist one.
Yeah, she reaches inside of her cloak and pulls out an item. It looks like a pendant of sorts, and you see a sheen go across her glasses. And as she's holding her hands, she's kind of almost looks like if you've ever seen somebody sew something, that in reverse. And as she does that,
So she's
circles.
froggy. You rip it.
As that happens, you see, I would say almost patternized sigils that are overlaid in circles and other geometric shapes. It is mind-boggling. It's hard to keep anything straight because it's coming very quickly, and as she's moving her hands, you see her brow furrow. She goes, huh. And she looks a little more closely as it kind of unravels a little more. And she goes, huh. And her brow furrows more.
Are these good huhs or bad huhs?
They're not good.
And she's like, holds up a finger. Just,
That's got a lot
and-
of goo on it.
yeah, it's been fully slurped.
That's
No, if she's actually pointing at the ceiling, you gotta look up.
And she, one last, huh. And as she stops, all of the symbols and geometric shapes, they collapse in on themselves. And the sheen leaves her glasses. But her furrowed brow does not leave.
So, Doc.
And she
what's
stares at the
the
table.
diagnosis?
So you know how I said there's signatures in magic? With enchanted things and constructs?
Yeah, huh?
This had no signature. I have never seen this before.
You know, that's,
And
not a
if
great
it was
sign.
from the Feywild specifically, it would have a very organic flow, less geometric, a little more wiggly.
Life
Wibbly wobbly.
finds a way.
Life,
I
it finds a way.
and you said there were 3 of these. You sure there were only 3?
No. I mean, I
Well,
stabbed the building.
we
It didn't
stabbed a
react.
bunch of things while we were in there after the first 3 attacked, and nothing jumped out at us, so unless they're more intelligent than your average rat, no,
Are they all dead?
presumably.
She looks up and goes, Theo, head to the Dragonborn's dojo and get the rest of them. Thank you. And he kind of looks at the table and goes, yeah. Yeah. Yes, master. And
It's a good
he heads out.
it's a good experience to go through. It'll get you through it. You got to go over that hump first. So
It's like changing a septic tank.
yeah.
Should we
saying
go with him to make sure that there aren't any others?
Well, I actually have a question for this woman before we do that. But I agree that is something we should do.
Scarlett's gonna run after the boy and be like, wait a minute. Just wait a
I'll be
minute."
fine. I'll be fine. And he goes to one of the display stands out front. He's like, I got this. This'll work just fine.
It's a
And he heads out the front doors. He's
Shotgun.
a wand of some sort.
Okay.
It was a wand of
A
shotgun.
double barrel wand.
So, Snoke is gonna turn to the lady, just like,
I have some theories about what's going on. I'm sure that you've got busy work that you want to figure out what the hell. I have a question that might come of some use, assuming that I'm right, and I really hope I'm not.
Quick question for you is, who have you told about this?
You.
You and him.
Nobody
and the
else?
kid that just ran. The kid that just ran outside.
Okay,
you trust
just people
him,
from the
or
shop.
should I go?
Yes.
Should I go?
No,
kill him?
no, he's
Okay.
fine. Also,
Okay.
what would it take for you not to tell anybody about this?
See, the
That
funny question is, I was
depends.
gonna ask you the same thing.
I actually
You-
have a proposal for you on that.
She leans on the table. Her arms are crossed right over the mess. Like,
Ooh,
Ah, yes.
look,
squish.
lady,
Careful,
this
boys.
is a weird way
This-
for you to propose, but I accept. No, good.
listen, I have done weirder things in my life. However, do
intrigue
you
me.
understand the potential research possibilities for something of this nature?
I understand the potential dangers.
Well, that,
I'm up-
but this could advance magical constructs and things of that nature, aberrations and things like that. It could advance our knowledge beyond what you really could understand.
I'm sure the first wizard to come up with the fireball said the same thing, and look where it got us.
Yeah. Oh wait, I hope he didn't take that wand of fireball. Anyways,
Oh, no.
anyways, what were your questions? She looks very unconcerned.
I'm all right.
Her eyes are wide, like she is eager about this.
I have a very sinking suspicion because when things like this happen, somehow, even though they already sound bad, they somehow get worse. So I figure I'll head it off at the pass. You said that these things are usually made. They're magical constructs for the most part.
Pretty much.
And
I mean, they can general shapes and stuff like that. Some of the
Sure.
more advanced ones can turn into multiple different shapes. Some of them can be locked into a single shape, like say a door.
right. In my time, hunting down adventurers, helping adventurers, killing adventurers, the whole gamut. I've heard a few things.
As one does.
It-
Yes.
A lot of them spoke about how important it is when going out wandering to have someone who can detect the more magical things in the world, because it's easy to see a tripwire, but it's not so easy to see a glyph of warding on a door before you open.
Yes.
You wouldn't
Yes.
happen to be able to I don't know, come up with some way for us to detect these things, would you?
I've heard of similar items. A spectacle. One such item, a spectacle that can detect magic, if you will.
Okay.
Things like that. It should be able to be done.
Really wish Try was there because I could just cast that.
If you could come up with some way for us to walk to like a metal detector,
A mimic detector.
a mimic detector of some variety, then we'd keep quiet about it. Because I have this awful premonition in my mind that you just told us we have a mimic that somehow made itself.
Well, I wouldn't say made itself. It probably bumped uglies. As you can see, it's very ugly.
Yes, and there were 3 of them in
See,
that building.
Did we kill mommy, daddy, and or was that a throuple?
Eh,
And Goldilocks herself.
what I'm worried about is that they may not be the only ones.
In the dojo or in the city?
Yes.
Wait, I thought you said you killed all of them in the dojo. Did you not kill them? Did I just Did I just lose an apprentice?
We don't have the item to detect them yet. We killed. We didn't get attacked by anything except for those 3. But you know, I didn't check every floorboard.
I stabbed the house.
It's typically
I stabbed
not
the dojo.
individual floorboards. It might be
You know
the
what I mean.
entire house,
Yeah, I
but
stabbed-
We
I've
did
only
stab
heard
the
of that
house.
happening
Hey,
once.
he did stab the house.
I stabbed
That
the
being
house.
Oh, okay.
said,
Then we
Was
should
there
be
a
good.
gazebo?
but well,
No
we
gazebo.
should be. But how much do you know about? Shoot, you wouldn't have been told anything about the inspector.
So here's the question: if somebody magically enchanted it, could they file off the serial numbers?
Wait, what?
No, they could not.
Impossible.
That
What
would
does cereal have to
undo
do
the
with it?
magic that is.
And what kind of cereal are we talking? Captain Crunch?
Yeah, I am Captain Crunch.
That would
Cat without
to
a
do
crunch.
that to something that is already created would unravel it. It is woven into the very fabric of an enchantment, because wizards, we like to sign our work.
What
If
if you had
building-
somebody? What if there was a wizard who didn't want their work signed because they didn't want people knowing what kind of work they were doing?
They would mask it, because part of creating that magic is the signature. But I've seen such things where the signature is masked. It's fuzzy, if you will. Like looking through a spyglass and you've rubbed your hand and your hand grease gets on the end of it. Type of deal.
I
You
don't
know
think-
it's there, but you can't read it.
I see what you're thinking, Tony, but I don't think that this is a case of someone wanting him dead. There are easier ways to do that don't leave any evidence, especially
And
when they destroy
To
themselves.
be fair, mimics are rather expensive to make.
But
I
a
mean,
self-propagating mimic would be a money-making machine.
A self-propagating
assuming-
mimic would be impossible to control.
That you exactly, assuming that you could.
The trouble with triples.
Control the offspring.
Yes.
Now, if someone turned a building into a mimic, would that be a warehouse?
Only if it could turn
No,
itself
that would
back
be a
and forth.
lycanthrope. A lycanthrope
where-
building.
If you
Where-
get
oh, that's
that's what happens when you pinch your finger in the door.
That's what. Yeah, a person who, when the moon turns full, they turn into a house. That's a warehouse.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
But I did know an ogre. His name was Ware.
I knew a troll named what?
Damn it!
Interesting.
Well, near terrestrial.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I got you. I got one better. Why is Gamora?
What's a good? I've heard stories about this what fellow. He's a good guy.
How is
That
Gamora?
absolutely needs to be clipped. Please. That was
So-
amazing.
I will. If you bring me any more of these, that would be great. Any more that you find,
Sure.
regardless
What are you paying?
of their condition. I'm paying with my silence.
No, you're not,
And-
because you want us to be silent.
You want me to make you an item.
I mean, that's true.
The
And
item is
I've
payment
had-
for our silence.
I have one. He's getting the other two. Well, yeah, we can call this one one. That's fine.
83%.
So that's three. I would need one more of this size to be able to make said item.
Okay. In that case,
If
Yeah.
it's dead. If it's
Yeah.
alive,
no.
I could probably make one out
No.
of it.
Immediately, no.
Come on, you have two.
Oh, you're
hands.
no
Don't need one
fun.
of them.
Look,
Snow.
I
Snow.
like my bags to be unalive and made of leather that has already been killed and cured.
He just likes to kill everything.
No. Hold on a second. Only some things.
She looks at Snoke and gives him a once over. She goes, "So your bag is dead?"
I mean, I sure hope so.
He said,
Oh,
"I think."
We tried
oh
stacking
dear
it.
me.
Wait, I take my backpack off and look at it. I take out my dagger and poke it a few times.
Yep, seems dead to me.
Roll initiative.
Oh no!
No, I don't have the points anymore.
I also pull out my dagger because I don't assume he's just poking it. I assume he thinks it's alive. So Tony also is pulling out his dagger and starting to stab it like we're all just having a good stabbing
Hey!
She just watches. It's
Get
like,
off the
huh.
goods!
As Scarlett's standing very nervously, like still looking like after where the boy just went, because she's like, I want to make sure he doesn't get eaten.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I assume he took something from the showroom.
He took a
I really
wand
hope
or
it's not-
something.
He took a wand.
Which display did he take it from? The left one or the right one?
I don't know. Go look and
Which one
see
was
which
it?
one's empty.
The one, I think he grabbed the wand of acid, which I don't think is going to help him against a mimic.
No, it's the wand of duplicating. When you break it in half, you have 2 wands of duplicating.
They're just half the size of the original.
That size.
Roll me a history check, Scarlett. See if you remember. Additionally, if you're
Well, just
going
look
to
on-
hunt mimics,
Wait.
I have a secret for you. Alcohol of sufficient strength will dissolve their adhesion.
Oh, I thought you meant get drunk first. Okay.
No. That's probably a bad idea.
14.
Yeah, they were pretty sticky.
It was the right one.
Yeah, there's
The
one
right
missing
display
right there.
case.
It was.
So he didn't take the wrong one.
It was the one on this side.
Okay, we should be okay then.
It wasn't actually a
We
wand,
or
it was a
he?
rod. It was the movable rod. You press the button and it vaults.
I slight side tangent. I got my DM to turn that immovable rod into arrows for me because I looked over the description. I was like, it activates with a button. Put the button on the end.
Oh no.
I think Dustin created the arrow of staying, where it was turned
Yep.
into a crossbow bolt, and you shoot it off and when you shoot it off and it hits with the button.
That's exactly what I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.
The best part is that campaign, we have airships and we're fighting other airships.
Oh, so that's an air brake.
Nice. Yep.
She
You just. Mhm.
she points to Scarlett. You seem rather strong. Over by the fireplace, which is right over here. Will you grab the cauldron that's sitting on the floor? I have to start distilling this before it gets too rancid.
She'll go and grab it.
All right. And she setting it at the edge of the table, she takes an arm and just goes like this across the table and shoves everything off so it dumps into the cauldron.
Yeah.
And then she waves a hand over her
And you go for
her
guts.
arm and it prestidigitates and cleans everything up. Ah,
Still gross.
all better.
It's about 83% better.
Have you ever had mimic stew? I recommend doing it with more fresh, but
Is it really, really spicy?
a little bit.
No, it's acidy like tomatoes.
No,
That's
spicy.
right, Like
It eats
vinegar.
you while
No,
you eat it.
Well, it's not
You
quite
know-
that bad because the cooking process nullifies the harsher acidic properties,
Oh,
but
that's
there's
true.
a little bit of bite in it.
You know what though? There's this place down in Guadalajara. They actually make mimic stew with black dragon acid breath weapon. Let me tell you, you're gonna shit fire for a week.
I can imagine. Probably
you
your
get a
guts
fresh-
out as well.
You get fresh
Yeah.
mimic that was a chest. Does it have a woodsy flavor?
It's like it's a nice aged oak.
So
If you use fireball, take
She-
it out. It's now smoked.
once I have those, I will have most of what I need. Potentially, if everything goes perfectly, I will have enough essence from these creatures that I will be able to start the process. Ideally, the reason I say I need one more is because if anything doesn't go perfectly, then I'm stuck and I have to wait. But I can get started with what I have.
Okay.
This will take
So
me
if
the
you-
better part of today to finish reducing what is left to something usable. And if you come across any more in the meantime, that would be great.
Now this item that you're making that detects mimics, does it detect
Yes.
other things? Can it be made to detect other things that can assume forms and shapes that are not their natural form or shape?
Potentially.
Would
It
be a
will
very
work for
useful
certain
piece.
on mimics. But anything, you might be able to see anything that has the ability in naturally to change its shape. It will for certain work on mimics. I will not promise the efficacy of any other shape-changing creature.
That's fair.
And it
Alright.
will only do so if they are using said ability. So if say a mimic is looking like your privy, for instance, you would see a glow or a sheen around it.
It's like when you have that
I would
Guadalajara
recommend not
mimic
using
skill.
that
New
one.
fear unlocked.
Go
Check
on.
the urinal.
It got spooky dooky.
With
It's
that
fine.
being
It's
said,
big.
is there anything else you require?
Yeah, so much. What's a HSC?
Oh, that's one of the courier companies. It stands for Hop, Stop, and Clop.
Stop and clock. Okay, so courier, like they just
Oh, it's HSC. I heard HSE.
so
They transport packages, people. They're a branch of the Merchants Guild.
okay.
So they do deliveries. Sometimes they deliver here. But yeah, there's a couple other services as well. There's Silver Steeds and what's the other one? It's not Corvo. Corvo's the jackass in the Silver District that has a magic shop.
Corvo to jackass. Corvo to jackass. Silverstein.
I didn't know donkeys could speak and sell magic items for that matter.
His name is Jack Corvo. No. Okay, so Corvo's a jackass. Good to know. I'll put him in the jackass section of my Rolodex book. I'll write you off because
How
you're a
many
jackass.
assholes we got in here?
Yeah, you know,
It's
I don't write
Corin's Couriers.
Okay, Corin's Couriers.
That one's run by Mabon Barreltor. His family is one of the older groups that have been here. They've been here a long time. They raise all their own horses. They take a lot of pride in that.
Oh, nice. Excellent. Raising horses. I take a lot of notes. This is good. This is all good information.
Yeah, He's the
Tony's
grand.
like- Mhm. He's the grand. He is grand. Oh.
He's like great grandson of Corin, as you might guess. I forget. It's not my ancestry is not my thing.
Oh yeah, no, me neither. I'm a barbarian. I just beat shit till it dies.
I see that. And she points to the cauldron.
Yeah.
All right.
I imagine that whatever Tony's writing down isn't actually legible.
No, at some point he's just writing like keep
Hmm.
writing things to look smart. It's not actually true. Like there are full pages in there that are just like just keep writing.
He's actually just
write.
drawing what he thinks is a self-portrait, and it's a really detailed drawing of a dragon.
It's an amazing dragon. Yeah, yeah. It's got like it's not. It's got wings and 4 legs, and like it's got all the elements of all the different types of dragons. This is my.
She starts like putting that. She dumps a bunch of various flasks into the cauldron, and she surprisingly picks up the cauldron with everything in it and takes it back over to the fireplace, snaps her fingers, and that cooks up with a blue flame, and it matches her blue cloak, and that starts bubbling, and it gives a terrible smell.
Oh yeah, that's gross. I'm gonna go. Nice doing business with you.
Oh, come on. It's not that much worse than... No, wait, that's awful.
Feel free to come back when you find another, and you can check back tomorrow to see on the progress if you like, or the day after. Day after, I should have some information on how well. I will certainly have information on how well this went, but I'll probably be awake all night tonight. This is fun.
This crazy Columbo thing I just got in my brain. That as we're walking out, Tony just turns back and he goes, "Oh yeah, one more question. If one of the courier places in town was just like killing people, where would they go?"
Probably back to their headquarters.
That makes sense. All right, cool. Thanks.
Most of the places have lounges for their drivers, private stables, things like that.
Thanks.
HSC definitely has a driver's lounge. Silver Steeds. I can't say that I've worked with them very much. I don't like going over into the Silver District very much.
It's a jackass
rich bricks.
out there.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Honestly, I feel like we got to get Corvo on our side. He's going to help us. I feel like he's going to be the important NPC that gets us through.
He will not help you. He is a prick, as you have said.
Just ask Try. Even a prick can be useful.
Indeed, it can. Oh, if you're interested in such things, there is a place that is pretty well known around the city. It's called, what was it called? And she spaces out for a second. Blanc's Bordello.
Ah.
Bordello. It has a the place is clean. I can tell you that much. And I've done work for
I
them.
can fix that.
I'm sure you can.
Do they allow dragons in there, though? That's the question.
They cater to a variety of clientele.
That's what I like
That's
to hear.
not a no.
And that's why I said it.
If you got the coin, they'll make it happen.
She
most
she
places.
takes one of her
No.
ladles to go to stir the cauldron. She takes it out, and it's no longer a ladle; it's more a metal stick. She's like,
What'd
and
you
she
say,
chucks it
Alex?
over.
I said, isn't that most places in D&D?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I really
She
thought she was
gets
going
a
to take the
different
ladle
shiny
out
one and
lick-
starts.
lick the spoon. Ooh,
Well,
spicy.
I mean, it was broken, so there was nothing in there.
What
Same.
what I
Anyway,
What was a spoon is now a slotted spoon.
It's a fork.
Nah,
Metal
it's,
stick.
It's, it's more of a spear, really.
Nice,
It's a
man.
wonk.
It's a kebab spear, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shank. It's a shank now.
You get something that looks a little shinier, but it's still like a ladle thing. She goes, that takes it out. That one's still whole. And she indeed does take a just a real quick taste. And she's like off to the side. Perfect. It's
I like it.
working perfectly.
Amazing.
Good lord.
Where the hell are we going from here?
Come on,
What are
time
we
to hide in
doing?
the vat of acid.
Isn't this a Joker's origin story? In
Not
1989, but
either that or a Rick and Morty episode.
That's what I was saying.
so where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? We know we got to get another mimic. We gotta go-
Back to the dojo?
we going
Yeah,
to the
then
dojo?
we should probably make sure that the kid's okay, if for no other reason that so that Scarlett doesn't freak out on us later if he doesn't show up.
That's true.
Scarlett's a little stressed, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Let's go check on
All
the
right.
moron.
Especially after the shop owner was like, "Are you sure you found them all?" She's like, "No." And she's like, if the dojo master was beat by a freaking mimic, this poor kid.
No, as we
So-
discussed, he has a shotgun.
That's right. A double,
Something
double
like
I
barrel.
know. I messaged Anthony. I said a double barrel wand of magic missiles.
So she
Correct.
walks you out into the room and she's like, wait a second. You said that one. Right? She points to the... Were you facing the right way when you said that one? So did you mean that one?
It
I
says
meant
myth.
the
There's a
one
spot
if
where
I'm
there's,
looking at it now, is this one.
Ma'am, I'll
Oh,
be completely
no.
honest, I don't think she.
there's
oh.
one missing. Just the one that's missing, right? He took it off the
Well-
wall. It's like a shoe store. There's an empty rack right there.
And it's about this
Hopefully
time
he
we hear a
doesn't use
big
it.
boom.
I was just gonna
Yeah,
It
As
wasn't a ray of
hopefully he
fire.
does-
It wasn't a wand of fireball. It was a wand of ray of disintegration.
No, it was a wand of circle of death.
It was a wand
Well,
made from.
Hopefully
It
he
was a
doesn't need
wand.
to use it.
It was a wand made
And,
from a beholder's eye stalk.
Oh.
It's a wand of disintegration. When you use it, it disintegrates.
It,
And anything it touches.
yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't use.
So you
Should be fine.
you
We
head
don't need
out.
to. Pew!
Let's go
Um,
check on.
She
let's
gets
go
back
check
to
on the-
work.
Yeah, we're gonna go check on the dummies, and also the fighting things.
And anybody can roll me a D100 real quick.
Ooh.
I got it.
Just
I
one.
got it. I got it.
Ah, you got a real one, yep.
Oh, perfect.
I got a golf ball.
While
Be
she's
for another
rolling it,
hour
our
waiting
fri-
for it to land.
for our
19.
friends at home. Nice.
Oh,
That is called
Okay.
a dodecahedron.
so you are within eye shot of Gundahar's dojo, and you hear a woof, woof,
Yep.
and there's smoke coming out of every window.
No.
Scarlett's running.
Yeah.
Question.
let's go.
Also, all of the shutters fly open.
No.
About this time, I'm guessing Try is pacing around the general center.
Yep. Oh yeah, he's
Is
been
it
there a bit,
audible?
probably snacking on some. Oh yes.
I
And
was
then
just
you
gonna
see
say,
a
this-
little
yeah.
bit of smoke come up in the direction where your
Heading in that
other party
direction.
members.
And now all the things that I've been saying that have actually been in your head because we're now collectively schizophrenic.
Correct.
So Scarlett heads in. Everything smells smoky.
Oh, it's a nice
And as you
mesquite.
head in-
It's a- oh,
You look directly at the stairs because they're kind of in view. There's something smoldering up there, and and that's what you see right off the bat.
Smoking.
We're not on the map. That's fine.
No,
I'm
you're.
gonna come.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
So
not on the map.
Scarlett gets in. Scarlett gets in first.
Yep.
We all just kind of, because we're all moving at
Scarlett-
about the same speed, I guess.
Yeah. So there's something smoldering right there. It's more piley. It's not. Doesn't have arms per se or legs. So
Did it at one point?
Yeah, where are the arms and the legs? Are they just kind of?
there
elsewhere
are
in
no
the
arms
build-
and legs. It's like a pile.
Ah.
And then all of a sudden you hear from back in this corner, and you see the apprentice holding the wand like this. His eyes are huge, and he's on the ground just, I got it.
Snoke's just gonna put his hands. It's like, whoa, we're human, kid.
And
Wait,
the
no, we're
wand
not.
disintegrates in his hands.
We're not human.
So best you can tell, he unleashed every fireball that was in that wand all at once. He just went.
Jesus.
Amazing.
So
What was it?
We
It was a wand of
didn't
fireball.
get them all.
No, the thing on the stairs.
It was a mimic.
Okay.
Kid.
The stairs were the mimic.
No. It was upstairs.
Was it the dojo master?
But
No,
we
no.
stabbed
In a
everything
room we didn't
upstairs.
check. I'm gonna. Is it dead? Scar, is that dead up there?
What? No. What if it's just pretend? What if it just shapeshifted
Sword
into
out.
a burnt pile?
Yeah,
It goes splat
Okay.
when you hit it.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the kid and be like, hey, honestly, this is probably the best case scenario, okay? Right? You're
This
alive.
time I
He
creak
looks-
the door open.
he's-
Is everyone okay in here?
Yep. He pops on in. Ari and
Scarlett's
Trico.
upstairs and she's just stabbing everything.
He's like, I got the other two in my bag, and he has a satchel right next to him.
We
It
left
took a
some
little
radio
bit.
shit.
There's goo, like he's covered in goo, because he was shoving the mimics into a bag of holding, and dead mimics are kind of unruly. They don't really hold
Yeah.
shape very well.
Kid, look at me. You better know.
Yeah.
You better know how fucking awesome you are. It took 3 of us to kill 3 of them. You just took out 3 of them by yourself.
But I had. Oh shit! I broke her
Yeah,
one.
no,
I'm
it's
in
fine.
trouble.
It's fine.
No.
You know why? Because she can make another one. She can't make another you.
Well,
Have you seen her basement?
No, not
No,
yet.
not yet.
And every time it gets brought up, I want to less and less.
Can someone fill me in? What's going on? What are we making more or less of? And
Is the other
why
one
does
dead?
this place smell?
Is there another one?
Oh,
Hang on, there's
right.
another one.
Trico.
no, is
we
that
forgot
one
to tell
dead?
you. We forgot to tell you, Trico. There's mimics.
I'm sorry,
There
what?
were-
Yeah.
There were mimics. Which other one? Which
Scarlett's
other one?
upstairs.
I
Stab,
heard
stab,
another
stab,
one.
stab.
Did you say there's another one?
No. The one that was on the stairs. Is that dead?
Oh, yeah, that's dead.
Okay. I was told to get all of them. And he walks up and he's picking parts up, and some of them like fall away in little bits of char. He's like, I hope this is enough. He opens up the bag and he's like,
Me too.
and it's still kind of gooey, but it's got some grit to it because of all the char.
Right. It's got a nice bark on it.
And as he's walking, like even his shoes, they give a little.
He's walking. Yeah.
I got them all.
You did. Yeah, you
You,
did.
you definitely.
All right.
did.
How does he look? Like, is he covered in anything?
He's got goo all over him. He smells a little smoky. He's a little singed.
Here, bud.
Um,
Be
This kid looks
careful
like-
next time, and I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on him to clean him up.
He looks he's like, oh, I've been trying to learn that. I haven't quite got it right yet. It always comes back.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So thanks.
It honestly, it will come back. It's only gonna last like an hour.
My master
That
said what my master does. Like it never comes back. I don't know how she does it.
She might
Now,
be
does it
meaning
come
things
back because
when you're not paying attention.
Oh,
yeah, does it
maybe.
come back because you kill something else, and it's just new?
No.
Oh,
Like she had me practice on like piles of dirt that I sweep up. So I cast prestidigitation on it, and it goes away. But then it comes back.
Are you sure you're not accidentally casting minor illusion?
Or banish.
No.
They're
Bad-
very similar.
or banish, or plane shift.
And he says, "No, I'm not sure."
Valid. Now, you want to know something fun about prestidigitation? It can
Huh.
clean an area, and it can also do this. I'm gonna point at Snoke, and I'm gonna cast prestidigitation. I'm shitting Snoke's pants. I can clean or soil 1 cubic foot of it.
I heard that was. My master said she said it. That was the spell of greater incontinence.
I want you to know, Snoke is just going to close his eyes. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. Nope. Fuck it. And he reaches down, pulls out his rapier, and points it at Trico. Fix it.
I don't know.
Tony's-
I don't know what the issue is.
Tony's like, Snoke, I don't want to alarm you, but I think somebody shit your pants. Snoke, are your pants a mimic?
He is fully stony gazing Trico right now.
The boy goes up on the stairs and kind of peeks over through the banisters and stuff like that and goes, "Are they all gone up here? I don't have any more
I'm still
wands."
stabbing. She's stabbing boards. She's stabbing the wall. She's stabbing chairs. Like everything.
Crates
The
and
paper
boxes,
on the
yeah.
desk.
Perfect. Well, I gotta go now. I gotta get back. Bye.
You
Thanks.
hang on. Dude, you hang on. You hang on right there. Grab him. Somebody opportunity attack him.
So I imagine you kind of snag him as he's going by, like by the back of the shirt. What? What?
Are we
What?
Cool, are we cool with letting him go back? Shut up. Are we cool with letting him go back by himself? I think we're okay with that. I just want to be careful. I want to make sure.
I
Does
got here
Scarlett find anything else upstairs in
No.
any of the rooms? Okay.
None.
Okay. She comes back downstairs. She's
Okay.
gonna walk him back to the shop. this is how it's going. It's like, I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Honestly, it's not about your safety, kid. It's about her state of mind.
Okay. He kind of looks between Tony and Scarlett, and he says to Tony, he goes, "Does she do uppies?"
Does, but you gotta say you gotta say it like this. You gotta go, uppies, like this, like
Okay.
gritty, bassy voice.
I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try.
All right, yeah.
Because frankly, I'm exhausted after that.
Oh, I bet you are. I mean, you are a complete badass. See, wait.
He runs over to Scarlett,
Try.
and he stops.
Try. Can you do thaumaturgy to make his voice like 3 times louder?
I cannot.
He runs over to Scarlett and looks up and he goes, Miss
Oh,
Uppies?
this is my last second level spell.
And he looks back at Tony and he gives him a thumbs up.
By the time he looks back to her, she's already down on one knee and has her arm out. Like that's the position that she usually does for Tony. If they're not in a rush, she lets him like climb up on her knee and like use her arm to like get himself
Yeah,
up there.
he totally does it. He's like, sweet.
She stands
This is
up.
the
kid's
tallest
now
I've ever
7,
been.
Like it's almost 8 feet tall.
Watch your head, though.
Yep.
He goes, "What?" and smack right on one of the rafters.
She
Ah!
was in the dojo. That's right. Her head was just skimming the.
Uh-huh.
Puts him through it up into the second floor.
She hunches over and walks out the door.
Amazing.
So- You get back to the magic shop with no further issues, no other attacks, or anything
And our
of that
party's back
nature.
together again.
Only one building blew up. Yay!
Shutters were blown open. It's still kind of trickling out smoke. The whole place sounds like char. Yeah.
We know they can't. We know they can't investigate for shit, so we're fine. So what'd you find? What'd you find out going to talk to the rich fuckers? Did you blow anything up? I didn't hear anything blow up. That's Try and Ari.
We heard this spot. Meanwhile, I'm dodging rapier strikes from Snoke. we heard a loud noise coming from this direction, and then I saw smoke, so we just rushed over this way.
Yeah, it was apparently it was so scary that Snoke shit his pants.
I like that.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
All right, fuck it.
Roll it.
Like, hey, Trico, how's your athletics?
My athletics?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
He's a bard.
I
I,
love
think they're
panic
no.
in
You
his
mean my
voice.
acrobatics?
Like, what?
I don't know,
Acrobatics,
not
sure,
great.
too.
Not great.
God damn it!
Oh.
Woo! I'm untouchable.
Just I will shove you and then stab.
What in the hell? You roll. I'm sorry. Did you roll a literal 0?
I am not okay with this course of events.
Okay, I'm gonna be nice. I'll cast Prestidigitation and unshit your pants.
I was gonna say,
Keep in mind, I cast Suggestion earlier. He failed, and I told him to shit himself.
Now,
And then I have to
before
alert me so he can't get his rogue surprise round off.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Before you unshit his pants, let me do the verbal and Sapana component, and then you do the spell, so it looks like I'm doing it, so he thinks I can do magic.
You know I can hear you.
Sure, buddy. Sure thing.
Gotta work on
I assume the group of you are probably going to stay in the same general location for the evening.
Where's
Yeah,
the
I
CD?
guess.
Where's the CDJ? I'm staying at the bordello. No, not really.
How is everyone's coin looking?
How's
Fine.
everyone's
Solid.
coin?
I ain't spent nothing.
What I mean
Yeah.
is, are you
Oh.
of the affluent nature, or would staying at an inn for more than a single gold put you in the red?
Oh, no, I'm fine with that.
It wouldn't put me in the red, but if we could find a place that has a fight pit, I could earn us a room.
If you want a fight pit, we wouldn't need you to earn the room in the first place. You know what? I haven't been there in a while. It's not great, but I feel like the seedier area might be better for finding information on the rest of the disappearances. Let's head towards the Ruffled Goose.
Yeah, there we go. And even if I don't earn a room, I still get to beat somebody up.
Hmm.
amazing.
So, at Ruffled Goose is a small place. Very small. Let me do something real quick.
Same.
It's not the size that matters. It's how cheap the rooms are.
Is that what you tell yourself at night?
Not how I've heard it where I'm from, but I'll run with it.
You are able to get rooms there. Um, so the ruffled goose is run. Oh crap! That's not the browser that I want.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
That too.
Oh.
Hmm.
Correct.
So, is run by Salim Drake, dwarf. His hair is actually pretty well kempt, and his beard is cut kind of squared off. Gray eyes. He's about 4.5 feet tall, and the one server there. When you walk in, you hear them bickering back and forth like they're like a married couple.
Mhm.
Kind of like, have you seen Hocus Pocus, right?
Yeah.
When they go to visit Satan,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the husband and wife that are, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that.
Amazing.
And basically, you hear,
Bye, Snoke.
hey, stop, yeah, stop, are you not able to get in?
No.
Snoke's
happened?
running around the sides of the
For
building.
whatever
I see
reason,
Snoke just run down.
All doors are considered walls.
And we can't open the door, so.
I'm going in the window.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, I found my way in. I've passed the first test.
There we go. But,
Hey, Salim, old friend.
oh, you're back. I'm
Yes, well-
surprised she hasn't scared you off here yet.
No one can
And you
scare
just
me
see
off.
her flip him off and continue cleaning the tables.
No one can scare me off, you know that. After all, I feel like I've brought in my fair share of business for you. You know how I am.
You've done well enough. You've made them ignore her cooking.
Yes, but there's a strange.
Listen here, Selim. Next time you come into my cooking, I'm gonna cook you.
No, there's a strange comfort though that comes from a homely meal.
That's one way of putting it.
I'm not sure if that was a compliment or an insult.
That is
What?
exactly what I work with.
I'm not going to try to figure it out. That's between you and her.
Me and my friends here, my compatriots, are going to need some room and board for at least the night. Do you have 5 rooms available?
I don't know if we have 5 rooms in the building. Hold on a second.
Glances back at Scarlett and Tony. 4 rooms available?
Yeah. I'm like a puppy. I
got-
can just curl up at the bottom of the bed.
Snuggle buddy, she
got
just
a
holds him.
couple of
Yeah, she holds
doubles.
him like a doll.
And we got
I'm her.
a single room.
I'm her stuffy.
Alright, well. Both doubles and the single would probably be fine. I don't feel like
Like
doing
a
any
cat.
business tonight. Who would like to bunk with me for the night?
Me.
Well, don't all jump at the bit.
I'll be honest. I know what
Please
you
calm
do, and
yourselves. It's fine. I understand.
I know too much about what you do and not enough about where you've been.
Hold on a second. Are any of you normally bunking together?
Yeah.
All right, hold on a
I-
second. And he heads on upstairs. You hear, "Hey, get the fuck up! Get the fuck out!"
I am.
Yes.
Fuck up. I mean,
What? Let me get my pants. I don't care about your damn pants. Get the fuck out! And you see a guy run out, in his shirt, holding his boots under an arm and a bag over the other, no pants. And then Salim trudges back down and chucks the pants at him. They land and flip over the sides of his head. It's like, don't worry about your tab. Come back tomorrow.
I try. Shit his
all
pants.
right.
I glance back. Glance back. Tim overstaying is welcome again.
No. But now we have 2 single rooms.
Very well.
Hmm.
That is annoying,
Wait.
but I can afford the lot of them.
All right. You're going to get both
That's
singles
good.
and both doubles?
Yeah, well, we would need 4 rooms. We'd only need 3 singles and 1 double.
All right.
We will take it.
But
Do you need another single? I can go back up.
don't worry about it, Salim. I appreciate you, my
okay.
friend. I can cover the extra expense for a double.
The rooms for the night. I forget what my prices were. It's like,
I think it's like
call
a
it
silver.
a gold for all of them.
You want me to call it a silver or gold?
What?
Okay, here you go.
Friend, call it the rooms and meals for all 5 of us tonight, and the rest is yours. And I hand him 3 gold.
Jesus Christ, money bags.
As I said, I can afford it. I've had some good luck recently.
Alrighty, I won't
That
say
what you
no
call
to
it?
gold. And he walks around and you hear coins dropping into a metal box.
Careful, it might be a mimic.
Good luck.
said
Is that
what?
what you? Is
It's
that
just
what you call that
investing.
move?
So
We've
you
recently
guys,
taken up some work, and there's been just some rumors and nonsense going around about mimics. Don't worry about it.
oh, all right. Consider me not worrying.
Come think of it, Salim. I gotta ask. Anything weird been going on this side of town?
Only when she comes into work.
Yes, I'm very aware, though.
And
It's more entertaining
roll
every
me
day.
a dex check or dex save real quick.
I have danger sense. Do I know what's about to?
What is the
Yeah,
next thing for? I need to know.
it's not an attack on you. You're just in the way.
Okay, then I don't get any bonus for it. Just dexterity saving throw or a dex check?
Do check.
Okay. Oof.
Oh.
I'm
So
not doing well. I have not rolled very well like this whole time.
only at the very beginning you were rolling like a madman.
I-
So
I've only rolled once over 10 actually this entire game.
you're sitting there talking with them and kind of chuckling with his jokes, and a fire poker hits your horns, causing your head to dart forward as it was directly aimed at Salim.
Careful.
And all of a sudden you
could
hear,
hit my loot.
"Oh, I'm sorry. I was aiming for his face. I did not mean to get you. Consider tonight's meal on me."
Well, thankfully your cooking is better than your aim.
Much.
But no, I've just been curious. I remember that rumor of that woman who went to see the baker and just didn't come back.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Anything
I heard.
anything else you heard about that specifically, or similar stories? People just seem to be
well,
up and leaving out of nowhere.
Yeah, I heard a couple here and there, but I heard that particular lady had a thing for her neighbor's husband.
Yeah. Granted, I'm not sure how accurate that is, because she's maybe specifically him was not as easy to attempt as I thought she'd be. Granted, didn't have as much coin either, so it wasn't really much of a prospect.
I mean, to each their own, I guess.
But you said you heard a couple stories like that. What else have you heard? I'm always looking for more stories.
In these parts, well, there's a general store. One of their folks left. Said they were going to bigger business or something. Some rumor about them not getting paid very well, or I don't know.
Fair.
Employees are always complaining about their pay, right?
Yeah.
She flips them off again. She's like, wouldn't have to complain if you paid me more than a pittance. She's like, yeah.
Scarlett, let's play tic-tac-toe.
There's some other stuff like that. Stable boy ran off with some lady from a neighboring farm. I don't know. Just stuff happens. People get pissed off and they leave.
Yeah, I've been concerned about that. It seems to be happening a lot frequently, very frequently recently. Wondering if it's something in the water.
I mean, if it's bad water, that's a good reason for people to clear out, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe good water somewhere else. But
would be.
Not that is all. I appreciate it. We'll take those.
Not a problem.
We'll chat around a bit here. I might play some music if anybody's interested in listening. And then we'll get a rest for the night.
If you want some more privacy, just go into the little alcove over on the side there, and he points over to the side where it's kind of more private-y from the main area. And yeah, your food will come out when it's done. Hopefully
what was
when
her
it's
name
not
again?
burnt. Who? His?
No, not his. Her. The other one's name.
I don't recall.
That's why
I
she
had
don't
one
like
for
you,
it.
because you don't
Her
even
name
you don't
was
even
I
know
don't
your
recall?
employees' names. Yeah.
Brilliant name.
You don't
Yes.
even.
It's a strange name, isn't it?
I feel like
Yeah,
I-
it's
that's
Rosemary.
It's German.
It's Rosie.
You know, Rosie, my offer is still always available if you want to blow off some steam.
I'll blow off
Oh,
more
is
than
that what-
steam.
Is that what you call it? Some steam?
You know, on my mother's side, twice removed, I'm part fire genasi.
Hot.
No,
Literally.
my uncle's cousin's neighbor's dog used to be royalty, and I think that makes me royalty too.
I'm sure to somebody, you can be king for a night. So
I fully have let Scarlett win that last round of tic-tac-toe, and I just look up from her scratching across as she wins. I'm a dragon, and then I go back to the next.
all right, that's
a
where
reminder,
we
Tony.
will
Just a reminder,
stop
Tony.
things a bit.
A dragon that has 4 legs and 2 wings is technically an insect.
That's true.
No.
What if
Oh.
it has 6
Oh.
legs and wings? Then it's a cockroach.
No, then it's an arachnid.
Yes, an arachnid.
A
Centaurs are
flying
also
arachnid.
insects.
There are spiders with wings. I hate to tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh,
like this.
That's
I don't
8
like
legs
this
and
line of
wings.
conversation. It's gross.
That's fair. If it has 6 legs and wings, it could be a flying displacer beast.
I think that's been a proactive 5-hour
Oh
session.
no. I watched that and heard that thought happen. Thank you, Anthony.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as the night goes on, you guys discuss what you found out, and Rosemary, Rosie, as she's commonly called, brings you your food. Salim makes sure your drinks are full, and people filter in throughout the night. In and out. It's a small place, so it gets a little cramped in certain areas. Salim keeps people out of the back alcove over there entirely. And yeah. That's where we will leave it.
Amazing.
This is amazing.
Very
I'm so
fun.
confused and so intrigued.
I love the idea that I think Scarlett Druid crafts flowers into Rosie's hair while she's delivering the food. We have this
And
thing about
Scarlett's
Druid
made a
craft.
best friend.
Oh, the kid?
No, Rosie. Rosie loves it.
Oh,
She's so used to Salim and the bickering back and forth. They are not related. They're not married. Nothing at all. They're just at each other all the time. It's like it's just their relationship. Everybody thinks it's terrible. Like people come in and be like, "I'm amazed she hasn't stabbed him yet." And it's like, I'm amazed he hasn't
Yes.
stuffed her down the outhouse. It's like somebody else is like, "No, both of those things have already happened."
Yeah.
Oh, you know they're full of him. This guy Snoke here knew this dude for one day and tried to stab him because he shit his pants.
So
I'm just trying to make the kid feel better. See
that
what's this?
happens. You guys are able to discuss what things you want to do the following day, whether it be doing some more searching at various courier companies, going to talk to Navarra and see how her brew is going. Maybe have a little cup of soup there. I don't know. Depends on what you're into, right?
I'm at some
We also
breakfast
should
gazpacho.
We should reinvestigate the silver billet this time, less for information and more for information. My skills might not be as helpful at the silver billet this time around. I need someone
Who's
who
gonna
can
walk.
find traps easily.
That's not me.
Awesome.
I find them by setting them off.